I don't look that bad to be fair. When I saw the tiny the preview, I was like, oh god, it looks so fucking fugly. What the fuck? It's the hair. I'm getting a haircut. So okay, hello. It's been a while since we've done a live. It's been a while. I was going to respond back to messages beforehand, but I was like, "Where's my phone?" I was like, "No, let's just jump straight into a live." Um, I have no idea how I'd actually do if people want to call in. I'm guessing it would be through Discord. I should have planned it a little bit better for that. I should do. Hopefully, everyone can hear me, and it's a good level of talking. Please let me know if not, because we're going to be jumping straight into some of the topics. I generally thought one of my topics for today was something I was actually writing that my friend kind of like talked about and stuff. Yeah, I know I'm not a Timmy fan, but yeah, it's been a while. I haven't streamed for such a while, but I saw this news come out, and I was like, no, I need to talk about this because, yeah, it's a thing. I think it's more. What was it? The other one? Yeah, I think it's just the how do I say? It's more of what's going down with the Power Rangers, and it just means that I can do a Henry, and I can clip myself, and I can just upload it straight away. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, so let's talk about this. Right? Okay. Let's jump across. So, okay, this is what's like kind of crossed my radar. Um, and yeah, it's this cheeky chappy here from Heritage Auctions. And it's something that this guy said, and is this what Ricky says here is like 100%. Oh, wait, you can't see me. Hang on. Let's switch. Okay, can't even see me there. There we go. No, that's the wrong one. There we go. I'm gonna be right here. It's achievement. Yes, it is. Right. Okay. This is really annoying. Oh no, this isn't annoying me, Sean. I don't know why I jumped into this one. Okay, so this is just generally dropped, and Henry, I'll send you. I mean, you can probably just see where it is now, but I'll send you the link to this anyway, because I know you're going to be talking about this tonight. Okay, so this is from Heritage Auctions. Now, if you don't know who these guys are and you're kind of like you're new to this story and what's not, basically these are the guys that Hasbro has just gone. We need some money, chaps. Guys, we need some money. So what can we do? Let's get the fans to pay for this and give them a piece of something towards them, and that's literally what this all is in my eyes. So we have the Power Ranger stuff that's going on at the moment, and we're gonna let the vice president Joe something confirms. I will send you the link after stream. So yeah, so what this basically is here. Also, is the sound okay, or is it a bit low? Because I can never really guess, or I can never really tell. I'm gonna pop it through just to be on the safe side. So basically, all of this is them just selling off the stuff, but unfortunately, it's like ridiculously expensive. Yeah. So okay, no, it's fine. Okay, it's fine. So it's ridiculously expensive when it comes to these sorts of things because every single fan will want. Oh, awesome! Thank you, Henry. So every single fan's going to really want one of these. Like 100%, they are going to want a piece of the show. If the show is disappearing into the ether and we're never going to see it ever again, then what's going to happen is like everyone's going to be like scrambling for these sorts of things. This is the 100% thing that they're wanting to get. So it's going up in November, and I generally thought it was going to be like quite soon. They just got rid of the red and white MMPR Rangers, which I thought was really, really funny for the Red Ranger because it's got Steve in his boots, and I thought that was really funny. Austin's like, oh god damn, this kid Steve's in my boots, and it's got his name in it. No one puts my names in stuff anymore, not unless my mum puts it in my underwear. That's what I imagine. That's cool. Okay, that's. I thought it was going to be a bit hotter. So, from what I remember, JDF went for around about $45,000, and the Red Ranger outfit went for 28, 27, 28, or $29,500. So it's expensive, and they started off at $8,000 each. So for all of this sort of stuff now, you're going to have to start saving. But the problem is, it's so expensive. PR wouldn't be in this position if it was much. Yes, that is absolutely like 100% true, and I'll get to that in a bit. So the main thing I can see in this is the fact that you're going to have to start saving now until November. You think going to Palmorph, cancel that trip, get your money back, start saving if you want one of these suits. Now, it just depends on which one's going to do well. Now, I was talking to one of my friends about this, and he mentioned that it'll probably depend on the season. But I think that they'll probably put each one of these suits for roughly around about $4,000 minimum. Because can you imagine, like, you go, oh, I'm just going to get a Super Mega Force suit, or I'm going to get Operation Overdrive. And then all of a sudden, it's just going to be, well, I don't want to pay $4,000, $10,000, whatever. I want to pay, a small amount. So then that's not going to make them money. So if they go, right, let's just do it for four grand across each of these suits, then at least they're going to get some sort of money. Hasbro gets their payday after fees, and things go absolutely like fantastic the way that they want to go. We're going to look at some quote tweets and stuff like this. But let's play this video so you can see what they're going to say.
We're at the Sports National here in Cleveland, Ohio, and we're previewing our upcoming November 12th to 14th Power Ranger auction. This is a sneak peek. We thought we'd give everybody a chance to know what's coming up at the end of the year. Over 900 lots. 1993 Morphin Power Rangers. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers hit the screen, take over the world. We have almost every key costume, prop, and villain from 1993 to 2023 coming up in November. We're at the
So you've got November, 900 lots. So yeah, that's going to be super freaking. It's going to be goddamn huge. Like, this is going to be one thing that every single Power Rangers fan's going to do. And now I don't know if they're going to do it in, like, drop it in one massive go and then be like, go for it. Or will it be, okay, guys, all the way through, like, maybe the first couple of days, or every single day in November onwards for a little bit. They will do like 8 hours worth of auctioning and go, right, lot 1, 2, etc. Or yeah, they may just drop it in one go and go like, bam, there you go, guys, and everyone's going to be scrambling for that, everything. Oh, that's everything. Yeah, okay. So yeah, okay. So they drop everything down. So that just shows it's going to be huge. It's gonna be absolutely huge for what it is. Oh, I want the Super Mega Force. I want yellow. But no, like, is this going to be interesting? Because I can imagine, like, the bigger ones that you'll have, if they'll do all the Rangers, and I think the monster ones will go for like a huge amount, like the Psycho Rangers, or you're going to be looking at the Psycho monster suits. Like, could you imagine how much they're going to go for a pretty penny? Basically, the money that that Hasbro lost on this is they're going to get it back straight away. Hey, we paid this amount, $1 million. Boom, here we go. At least we got a bit of a chunk of change of that back. So yeah, it's going to be insane. And some of this is, I want to know if it's going to be all redone, because when they did the Legendary War, is it going to be everything there? Like the entire Legendary War, when they remade the suits, slap it in, there you go, you're absolutely fine. So I feel like that's going to be something huge. So I also wanted to look at the the quote tweets. I think I haven't seen any of these bar this one, and this one made me laugh like quite a bit. So David Fielding, welp, that's free market capitalism. Buy a franchise, mess it around, and don't do much at all with it, then sell it for parts. Well, at least, like, what Disney were gonna do a while, like, well, if Disney still had it, they would just throw everything in the furnace and just burn it. They did it with all the park stuff, all the helmets they had. They just literally destroyed every single one. Now, yeah, I can see what he means, but technically, I would rather at least a fan go, do you know what? I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna have a suit, or I'm gonna get a few. If everyone knows who Brent is, I guarantee Brent's just gonna rock up and be, yeah, just all ship it to my house. It'll be fine. Brent's gonna get everything. But no, there are like the problem that I see with this as well is, yeah, there are being some collectors, and I know some like I know of, and I know some major big collectors when it comes to this. But are they going to be able to go, shit, there's 900 lots, and they're just going to like get everything that they can? That's going to be something huge, I think. Something that's going to be a little bit more different. So I don't know. Okay. Heads up. Heads up on the upcoming Power Ranger auction deals. Just get your money in now. Like, that's literally what I'm going to be doing. I want, at least if I can get something, I'll get something. But I'll get something that nobody wants. Be like, oh, this is it. Yeah, like I guarantee Brent is going to get something as well. I reckon he'll get the next like once and one no was it once and always, yeah, once and always Red Ranger suit, so he can put it on and be like, I'm just like my hero Austin. I'm wearing this even though he's not there. So I definitely or maybe he'll get the David Yo suit and then just like have him dressed up, put in the corner, and then just be like, David, like, you were really mean to me. You've done this and blah blah blah. I'm gonna put it in the corner and I'm gonna have a go at you. Oh, you can watch me as I sleep. I could imagine that. I can imagine that with Brent. But no, I think you're right, Henry. Brent is going to get something. Auctioning off the items for the entire Power Ranger franchise is bad for preservation and doesn't give fans faith that Hasbro has confidence in the future of Power Rangers, in my honest opinion. We all know, like, the second that they didn't, like, we all knew that this was going to be a thing. Like, as soon as the CEO died and Power Rangers just dipped a lot and they just really couldn't be bothered, this was a thing where they were like, no, let's just get rid of this. Like, if they can make money like that, if they made, they know that anything of JDF, like if they sold, like, I don't know, they had enough suits for like all of Tommy's thingies, like all his Ranger forms, and then said like $1 million, someone will turn around and go, I'll buy that. And they're going to make their money back. They're going to go like, well, you might as well have it. And, at least they're getting something. As bad as it is for them, like pawning it off and saying we don't want this, I would much rather at least be saved somewhere that we may not see it, but then a fan goes, I want that. Yeah, recovering their losses. You're right there, Tony. How you doing? So the fact is that you've got all of this right now, that they want to recoup losses, they want to have something, and at least it's not going in the bin. Like, could you imagine if, say, I don't know, Hasbro released a statement and said, oh, by the way, yeah, we just burnt this in the bin? All the fans would go absolutely like batshit crazy. Videos would be made, articles would be written. But the way that I see this right now for me is I would much rather have something, in someone's hands at least, that this would keep it like kind of preserved. If I could get a Ranger suit, if I could get Ranger props, hell yeah. I mean, I've already got one or two things, nothing major, but at least it's something that I go, hey, I've got this at least. If I could get a suit, happy days. I'm not going to spend $4,000 on it, but if I could get something, I wholeheartedly would. At least not going to eBay. Let's say that. This is so cool. I wish I could be there. They may just be the suits and props, but they're a large part of my childhood when I was growing up. Awesome. Power Rangers. There you have it. Over 900 items will be auctioned off, spanning the whole 30-year franchise. At least it's somewhere. I can imagine that some people would, Henry. I reckon that they would put it in a museum. I would hope that they would. To me, that would be something like fantastic. I think it would be well worth it. Like, even if it's like one suit or two, regardless of what season, even like majority of them, I would. If I was super rich, I don't know how rich Brent is. If I was Brent rich, then I would probably just open up a very small museum, or at least have them on display and be like that. But in general, like if I had silly money, I would literally just be bidding on all of them. Over 900 lots of suits and props from all 30. That's nuts. Might go try it for a prop if the price is right. Now, I want to know, like, are they going to drop it down to roughly about, what is it? I don't know. Like, I want to know. Hang on. I'm going to have to switch to BRB because I know I have. It's done. It's been a while since I've actually done something. I don't want to dox myself, to be fair. Just doxing messages. I don't want that. I don't want that. So I'm just gonna kind of bring up, if I can. Where am I? Okay. Accept all cookies. I don't care. Okay. Which ones was it? It's not that one. It's not that one. Okay, there we go. Okay. So effectively, this is the website, and I don't know what point I'm making. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I know. Because it reminded me the other day, when Henry, when you talked about the triplets and stuff like that. So this was 2013, and this was, I'm guessing, like the one of the main props that they used. So if you're looking around about say $4,000, it's going to be a lot to kind of like to buy. Obviously they can say, hey, we want the money back, or you can offer this. So I don't know how much did it sell for. I don't think it actually says. I've not actually looked at the site properly. Okay, please don't dox me. Please don't dox me. Please don't dox me. If it does, I'm jumping to something else. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's just got my name. That's fine. So yeah, you can see like the total amount of sales, everything. Goddamn. Again, I have no idea where I was going with this. I got apart from the price. But yeah, like it's just insane how much that you can do. There's the Austin? That's not the one that they were selling. Is that the cardboard cutout? Okay, gosh, I thought it was a cardboard cutout. Then I was like, okay, that's really weird. But if we go for like highest price, so like you had everything. So this was the JDF one. So where is it sold? They just dropped the price. I know I saw the price earlier. Okay, now where's the price? I posted the price earlier. It was like $45,000. Where's it? Where? Oh, is it? I thought it was because it was signed in. This. Oh, okay. Hang on. I just don't want to dox myself. Oh, goddamn. I wasn't going to pull this site up, to be fair. It was one of those things where I wasn't going to do anything. I was just going to be like, okay, oh, there you go. All right. Okay, now we can come back. If I can pull the right one up. Technical difficulties. Okay, so yeah, so $45,000. So obviously these do go quite well. I think this one made me laugh. It's just like I'm taking pictures of my son going to school that day. But obviously you can see like what you'd actually get, and obviously this was from Suki Levy's personal collection. So it kind of made me think like how obviously he just took it off the set and was like, okay, that's mine. Yeah, you hear all these actors and stuff like saying like, oh, we can't take anything, and then you got people like lifting up the entire whole suit, just taking it home. So there you go. You've got like a really badly damaged Saba. Okay, so Chris says, well, at least this time they're auctioning off everything instead of just destroying it, which again Disney did do like back in the day. Loop Jay goes like, yeah, it's definitely over. On that note, how much the Gokai helmets? I responded to this one and saying like, it's going to start at like $4,000, and it's just insanely. It's going to be huge. If like I reckon if they did put it as a bit lower, like you're looking at a cheeky grand. So it's like, I guess I'll be celebrating my birthday weekend by pretending I'm going to be able to afford anything in this auction. Tom goes, Power Rangers is 100% dead, and Hasbro doesn't care. Over 900 items being sold. I feel bad for Ranger Nation in a way, but also I don't, because there's this franchise in Japan called Super Sentai, which is close to 50 years old, that they can watch. So this is actually something, I haven't read this one, but this does lead into something that I want to talk about, because, yeah, I thought, fuck it. Rather than doing a video like separately, I might as well just talk about it. I can go through things. Okay, November would be a great time to come into some rich people money. I would quite like that, to be fair. How much for the Super Drive Saber and original Dino Chargers? I reckon. Okay, I'm gonna pull out my future thinking hat. I think you're gonna be looking at least $600. Hello, Sushi Shunsign. Yeah, sushi. There you go. Yeah, hello, sushi. Okay, but yeah, I reckon at least $600 for per one. Ghoulish. Why preserve these items for history when they can be a trophy to become bored with and let decorate? Oh, is it? I can't say that word. Power Rangers is a new Star Trek. Say what you will, Disney acquiring Star Wars, but so far this hasn't happened that I'm aware of, just plain sad. At the end of the day, I'd rather it go to someone rather than it just be thrown in a bin or set on fire, or literally you have like Hasbro like smashing helmets together, like putting the helmets on and running into each other and going like, yeah! Another thing to note is that Power Rangers always had a notion of cheap. If the show was able to unionize much earlier, then maybe things could have been different for the show. Just my view. If PR gets sold, I would give it to Toei and Bandai Namco. That is a very good point, XH. A very good point. I think that I think it could have been done like way better back in the day. If you unionize, I can't even say it tonight. It's my wording. I generally like if Toei bought it, I would they would have to call it Powerful Rangers, because that was the thing, wasn't it, for Akiba Ranger, and I would love it. I would 100% love it. And Sushi says, yeah, my name's kind of hard to pronounce, lol. But yeah, I love the Power Rangers and Super Sentai, and the situation Power Rangers are now in. It does. It really sucks in my eyes, but at some point, I'm glad that these suits will go somewhere and not get binned. I'm sorry, how many lots? Start saving now. If you see me in a Mystic Force, Wild Force in the next month, mind your business. Anybody want to get me a Dragon Shield and Dragon Dagger or a Brachio Staff? You'll get some booty pics and meet vid with sound on. Oh goddamn! Yeah, it's like Hasbro. Yeah, they're the worst villains. Like, could you imagine? Like, Saban at the time was just like, "Hey, don't kill this for me." And then suddenly Hasbro was like, "No, we wouldn't." A couple of years later, yeah, let's burn it to the ground. Okay, so I have to be careful in case one of my friends doesn't want his tweet to get out there. Please let me get something from the Psycho Pink. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly just drag this over here. Okay, so yeah, it's basically they just said it's like 900 lots and stuff like that. So that's absolutely fine. But yeah, like part of me is just kind of I'm not sad away of this one. I just kind of think that that they should do stuff. But 900 lots, and this was a thing in like with let's have a look at the past auctions and stuff. So let's get rid of that, and then we want to go, because I saw quite a bit. You can see. I'm just gonna do this, and then we're gonna jump over. Like, so these are the things that are up at the moment, and it's like, who for 1,200. So this is what I think you're gonna get for like basic props and shit like that. Is it's gonna be literally like this, and it's like, what is this? My Morphing Power into Saban, like Z. So this is what I think you're gonna like. These are the small things you're gonna get. Like it just looks like like a very easy version of the Lightning Collection, like the beginning. Like apart from he's got like something he's gonna stab you with, or maybe it's what is it the original design? Okay, so but yeah, it looks a bit weird. Like obviously the original concept. They may focus on MFR, the more bored and yeah. So the more they focus on MMPR, the more bored and yeah. I get the same. I think people would be more understanding if they turn around and went, "Hey, this is all we're gonna get. This is all we're gonna get. You're not gonna get Zeo Turbo in space. You're not gonna get anything else. That is literally gonna be it." And I feel like I think fans would be a bit more kind of open towards it. But yeah, it just carries on. I'm just gonna, yeah. Okay, are we ever going to get the Cosmic Fury figures? No, we are not going to get any Cosmic Fury toys. Like the actual main figures, we're not going to get. I would love MPR, but at the same time, I would like them to make more Time Force toys. Maybe Lost Galaxy toys. Maybe more toys. I generally, I think they should just go like balls to the wall and just go, yeah, here's like tons of different things that we're getting. I think that would be a lot easier and more people would be open for it. But then it depends on if it would sell. One figure might sell, but then if they make 100 and they only sell like 3, they're just going to go, we're not going to do this again. So I feel like I always thought that if you go to a ordering system online, hey guys, today we're opening up Time Force toys. You can get this right now. Pardon me. And it's going to be open for the next 3 months. Register your interest, pay the price because we've worked all the costing out, and therefore that's how you do it. Bang, 100%, and then you go, okay, well, 300 people, and like we're talking about if they can make it, because obviously I know like they'd have to have an interest of like say 10,000, but let's say they can make it. They go, okay, 300 people are interested. We are only going to make 300 toys, and that's it. And I feel like that would have been a so much better one. Like, the Lightning Collection figures, like everyone's going to do it. So, people are going to buy it rather than shops and Walmart and Target, as well as like all around the other world, that people, aren't going to leave stuff on shelves. And that's the main thing. No, so this one is, who said that one? So Sushi, this is I'm guessing, it says here, like, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Span Entertainment 1993 to 1996 Lord Zed original design. So basically that was what Lord Zed was going to look like, because he hasn't got his Z, he's got a dagger, and then obviously they're going to show you what it looks like there. So yeah, I'm hoping for King it. Like I will be very blunt with this one. Power Rangers is over. We're never going to get the we are never going to get a King Odra adaptation. Now, from what I've heard from a very reliable source, that Hasbro will retain the rights, and they have the rights all the way up to current Sentai. So, and there is a video that I am making about on this one to kind of go into a little bit more depth. But if they still are able to obtain the rights from Toei, then yeah, they could end up making something. But for now, Power Rangers is completely gone. It's not coming back, because they wouldn't be getting rid of 900 lots. They're getting rid of pretty much everything that they have, and they will have all of what Saban had, all of what Disney had. They're getting it. And the Cosmic Fury song, the guy who actually made all the music is releasing it very, very soon on his Twitter. So if you're following me on Twitter, I will be retweeting it as soon as it comes out. But yeah, there will be an extended theme song for like a minute and stuff like that. So that one will be definitely there. I wish that Amazon or Apple could buy Power Rangers from Hasbro, says Tony. To be fair, like it probably would be good, but I think they would completely and utterly change all of it. I feel like we would be moving into the realm of how they see it. So that's it, like completely and utterly gone. Like it would be something interesting to see how they would put their spin on it, but they would absolutely change the entire thing. They probably would go down the Jenny Klein and Jonathan Entwistle route and just completely change everything and make things a little bit better. You wouldn't see Sentai, and the thing is, you wouldn't see Sentai on Amazon or anything like that because Hasbro own the distribution rights, so that's all gone. And Henry says every item they own will be gone, so there will be no more reach backs from nostalgia, which will be a good, because I absolutely hate nostalgia at times. I feel like nostalgia for Power Rangers has absolutely killed Power Rangers, where it's just killed it. It's everyone focuses on my morphing, and that's it for majority of the time. What else? Okay, Sushi says, I'm glad Lord Zed turned out the way he did. I'd like the Z on his staff. Yeah, I think he looks a lot cooler. Like even if you got rid of the Z, I think that would be kind of cool. But yeah, I have a staff, not a dagger. Rangers, I'm not gonna kill you. Do you think Power Rangers could have had some? No, I think Cartoon Network, anything for kids, it kills it all. I don't maybe okay. What Cartoon Network? Maybe a little bit more, but it depends on what the sort of shows that you're seeing um, on it would be. I think that's the main thing. Like if the shows were pretty decent, fine. Nickelodeon killed it. Um, and then it says Power Ranger Block says I'm just nervous if the extended version goes to Cosmic Fury. No, Simon said that they got rid of the Go Go part, so you wouldn't hear that one in there. Like they hated that one, and it was a bad one. So yeah, let's have a look at Canary. So I think Ash Deoxy 360, when he said something on when he was going through something like this, he was saying like apparently this site has killed all these like kind of powering retro video games, but like this one was going for like what, $1,000. So it's like $1,000 for a 9.5, a 9.4, a sealed game for the thingy. Like part of me would just be like, I want to open it. Like this isn't worth what I think. I think it was like roughly around maybe $1,000 as well. So again, I wouldn't pay a lot of money for something like this. And again, you've got that one there. So I mean, look at 27. Oh man, like oh yeah. So this is the one thing that really made me laugh. Okay, so this one here says, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Saban Entertainment, 1993 to 1996, Austin St. John, Jason Lee Scott, Red Ranger hero costume. And then it's like, here you go. That's a lovely picture of Austin or the guy in the suit. Here is the suit. This looks really nice. This again, my mum's taking a photo for me for my for the day, for when I go to school. So again, looks really really nice. Back of the suit, so you get a really nice look at it, and then bam, Steve. So I imagine that when Austin, when Austin was getting like putting this on for once and for what was it, Forever Red, that he literally was just like, oh man, I got the spandex on. He's about to put his boots in, looks down and sees Steve, and he's just like, man, man, I really don't like this boy. Fuck him. Just it's meant to be my name in the boots. Like, I did like taekwondo in other countries, and I did this. Have some respect for the OG Red Ranger. Like, you gotta have Austin. Like, they spell ASJ wrong. It's not Steve. Like, what the fuck, Cardenas? Just, I don't know. Like, he just has like a mini meltdown, and he's just like, Barbara, get in here. She's like, why is it Austin? It's like, this has got Steve's name in. You know I like it when they say Austin. It makes me feel important. I was the OG Red Ranger. Tyrannosaurus. What's server load? Oh, you're being high load. Okay, so people are looking at this. Like, you go and tell them to reboot and make these boots right now, because I ain't having it. I've got important things when I come back from the franchise. I'm going to speak to the government. That's what I imagine it's going to be. Okay, so where are we? I know the Cartoon Network in the Philippines broadcast English version of of Kamen Rider Kabuto, and Cartoon Network show was Kamen Rider Dragonite, but Cartoon Network. Yeah, I always thought Cartoon Network was always a cartoon series, like a cartoon channel. And that's how I always generally thought it would make kind of perfect sense. But maybe it doesn't translate well over outside the Philippines. But again, like, we wouldn't know because, you know, Hasbro or Disney or Saban own the rights, so they weren't able to show any of this sort of stuff. It blows my mind that fans can come up with better new themes than Hasbro. I think that's right, Tony. I generally think that's 100% right because, you know, it's imagination, and I feel like this is like when you look at Sentai, and this has always been a thing because people turn around and go, how do I say this? How do I say this? God, keep on that train of thought. I can feel it. I can feel it fading. Yeah. So basically, with whoever owns Power Rangers and the agreement that they have with Toei is that, you know, it's the next season after. So obviously, what Super Meg Force then jumped from Gokaiger to then Dino Charge because of dinosaurs. So you have to kind of keep within those themes. Where someone can turn around and say, "Oh, we're gonna have a cyberpunk Power Rangers or a futuristic Power Rangers," you know, put into, you know, Chat GPT or into Mid Journey or whatever, and kind of like drop down these sorts of, you know, these new designs, and you can come up with loads of different stuff. So I imagine that's how it all kind of works. So yeah, you're kind of restricted when it comes to Power Rangers because you have to keep going with whatever's the next one. You can't really deviate and go, let's make our own stuff. And that's what I've always kind of thought Power Rangers should be, is like these companies buy Power Rangers. Why do you have to stick with tokusatsu? Why can't you make your own theme of Power Rangers? Get Toei to make the entire helmets. Boom, there you go. It would be so much easier. But they're stuck with doing it. You know, Cosmic Fury did something different. They changed the suits to some degree, but, you know, they were able to kind of make something for themselves. They just had a lot of interference from Hasbro, which was fucking absolute wank. Where are we? So if you just want to play the game, there are cheap alternatives. Yeah, ROMs, like 100% ROMs. Like, I feel like these sorts of things though, for like the video game, is more, it's nostalgia. It's like that 9.6 or 9.4. You know, it's not been touched. It's sealed. It's the best. But at the end of the day, the whole thing could be shit. Like the game, it could be absolutely horrible. I know I wouldn't do it. I'd rather play it first before I'm about to drop $1,000, or however much. I'm like, I'm keeping this. I'm not gonna do it. Fucking hell. I sound okay. I sound a bit like Elvis. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like how I always imagine like Jason when he's like, I'm gonna fight you, putties. He's like constantly constipated. Austin's like, I'm so constipated. Okay, if King Oja ever gets adapted to Power Rangers, I think they'll just call it like Mystic Knights. I would call it Mystic Knights to give a nod to Mystic Knights of Tiononok. That's how I do it. Elim, or XH says, Elim, let me ask you this. If you could back in time and prevent Power Rangers from its current issues, what would you do differently in terms of TV, production, toys, merchandise, and etc., etc.? Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a separate video. So I'm going to do what Henry does is like, favorite, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next video. And there we go. Okay, I'm going to try and edit that one. Okay, so we'll come back to this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick on a game so we can so I can give my thoughts to this one and you guys don't get bored and you're like, holy shit. So let me just switch to the live thing. Okay, so this is basically, we're going to be playing stick music to 4. This is Zenless Zoners, something or other. So it's a bit of an anime. Just something just in the background as it does stuff. And it doesn't do stuff. Okay. Can I move? Oh, no, why isn't it doing it? Because that's actually a really, really good question. What am I looking for? I am looking for control panel. That's what I'm looking for. Input, mouse, keyboard, control. Okay. And clipping, yeah. Ever since seeing yours, Henry, I was like, I've got to do it. Because this is going to be, I think, a long one. And then if this talks in the background. Why is it? Oh. Yeah, okay. Let me just drop the audio down a bit. Okay, let's drop it there. Okay, so Okay, let's go with the first one. How would I change it? So I think personally, I would change the suits after MMPR. I think having the whole MMPR option straight away wasn't great for having like the same sort of suits. I feel like when you had Zio. Oh, awesome! Thank you very much, Dust. Thank you very much for the $5. Everybody like the stream. Yes, please follow it. At some point, I will build stuff for the channel to come back. And I realized, why can't I hear anything? It's because my headset just, like, thingy. But no, thank you very much, Dust. Okay. There we go. Let me just adjust that bit to there. Okay, so yeah. When Zio happened, everyone lost their minds. I think, like, when you were that age and you were like, oh my god, thank you, you know, like, oh my god, this is it. Oh, this is the things just popped through. So everyone lost their mind because Zio was such a big thing, and you had the suits. And I feel like if Saban had changed to Die Ranger, people would have absolutely loved it, and that's how I kind of see it. So first of all, that's how I would have done it. I would have changed the suits straight away and made sure that it was absolutely fine. That way, you're not reliant on how Power Rangers was like now, because like if you look at like say how they did Super Mega Force, it was one of the worst ones, because you had all this like a couple of years of my morphing all the time, and that was, oh, how do I say, it was the same thing. So again, like Tommy had changed like Ranger suits so often, it was impossible. So obviously you had Barai, then you had whoever White Kiba was, then you had whoever O Ranger was, and you had all these things going in that messed it all up. And I'm not going to blame them because obviously Gokaiger was never even thought of. So that's how I would change it. I would change the suits, and I would have changed the actors, because I feel like everybody gets more comfortable with, like, say Tommy, Cat, and and all those characters. And I would have done it yearly, because it would have kept it fresh.
Check out the menu. You name it, I make it.
Okay, so what we got there? Okay, all right, awesome. Don't care about that. Okay, cool.
Next time, I'll have something that better suits your taste.
Okay, so yeah, I would have done that, like just change them straight away, because yeah, everybody loved Tommy, and I understand that, but I feel like if someone else had replaced him, like say Brad from VR, was it Brad Hawkins? I feel like people would have accepted that a little bit more. So that's how I would do it. Next one, what was the next part? Okay, for production, I would have unionized it, if I can get my words out. I would unionize it properly, because I feel like you could probably do a little bit more, and you'd have to put more money into the production of Power Rangers. With the way that Saban was, I feel like he just instantly was like, I want to make cheap, I want to make it like hardly anything. I want basically bare minimum, I want more from you. So I would have completely and utterly changed that, and put more money into the production, because if you had better better stories at times, or more characters, I feel like you could easily work well. Now, this is one thing that I'm working on as well, is I would have done team-ups. I would have had Big Bag Beetleborgs, I would have had Masked Rider, VR Troopers, and I would all have them create their small universe and build it around that one. That to me would be the best thing that I could think of, because it then gives more kind of like kids like minds blowing, like, oh my god, are the Big Bad Beetleborgs gonna turn up? Like, can you imagine like the like VR Troopers fighting a bad guy, and then suddenly Tommy comes in on his own out of nowhere, or this Ranger, or suddenly Masked Rider's helping them all out. Like, look at how they did with that episode where it was where they all went to Etonoi. Could you imagine if, like, say later down the line, Masked Rider just came in out of nowhere, and it's like, oh my god, he's on Earth, holy goddamn shit, and like people would go absolutely like insane for that sort of stuff. But they never thought of the big picture when it came to the production, and that's the one thing that really kind of like gets me Like, why they didn't kind of mix and match stuff. Like, could you imagine Master Rider suddenly teleports into the command center and Zordon's like, Dex, how can I help you? And then all of a sudden, it's just like, Phoebus has gone missing, and like he was last spotted in Angel Grove or Stone Canyon. And like, you know, I'm really like kind of worried. And then somehow like Phoebus has got like loads of putties like helping him out or something, and they all think that he's this like big bad monster. And then suddenly like it's this huge story. As I hate the whole idea, it would have been perfect for that time, because the 90s, everybody loved puppets. Like, whatever. Like, could you imagine something like that? I think that would be like absolutely fantastic to actually like use. Okay, let me go back to what was the thing. So the toys, I would have kept the toys all the way through using the Japanese molds, because to me that's the one thing that people wanted. I have no idea what I'm buying. Okay, cool.
Did you get what you were looking for?
Yes, I did. Okay, cool. Fuck. Okay, bro. So yeah, I would have kept using the Japanese molds, and I wouldn't have had the entire like, let's have huge like muscles for the guys, big breasts for the women. I would make sure that everybody would have the same. I would basically create the Lightning collection as it is now, but back then, because I think it would work absolutely fine. I really got annoyed at when you'd have these massive like giant Rangers that would look really like in proportion or whatever. They wouldn't look exactly right. Okay, damn. Okay. So the toys, I would do it. For me personally, I would probably make the toys. Why is it? What? Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Okay, so I'm getting my daily. Okay. So yeah, I would make so like the toys were a lot bigger so that people could easily play with them. Like, yeah, daggers and stuff, absolutely fine. But I think on the long end, like, if you can imagine having like a bigger sword, it would have cost more money, I think. But I think kids would have enjoyed it, and you know, I had the dragon dagger, loved it. But personally, I would have liked it a little bit more. Like, if it was a bit more bigger, if it played more sounds, if it did whatever it could do, or that they could make it nicer. So these are some of the stuff I would have. Merchandise, I would aim it at there'd be more merchandise that you could get. So I wouldn't just have like, oh, like kids t-shirts or, you know, kids whatever. I think I would turn it into a point where adults could enjoy it. You know, here's an adult t-shirt, like here's more designs. I meant to speak to him. I would have just so much to kind of offer that isn't just like Mighty Morphing. It's the one thing that really kind of annoyed the absolute shit out of me, because there wasn't anything cool. Like, I wanted to wear the merch when I was younger. Like, I think I actually found something that looked like one of Tommy's jackets when he was the Green Ranger. So to me personally, I would have had more things to kind of play with, like to say, here you go, here's a new outfit, let's fucking do that, let's have that, and it would go. I probably would promote it a lot more. I would I'd promote it a bit more. I would get the actors out and about a bit more too, so that they wouldn't be kind of like slacking or not promoting the brand. I would have more people. Yeah, be more promotion, everything. And that's literally what I could think of at that time. So yeah, that's all I can think of for that one. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much. I'll catch you in the next video. There we go. Okay, clipping's done. Okay. Okay, yeah, you can't see my screen. That's actually pretty decent. Okay, so even though I did absolutely nothing, we'll try that later. So what was there? Some other one. I'd call King Oja adaptation, Mighty Swarm, and then I'd bring back the Dino Fury cast back one last time. I wouldn't do. See, I like what you're saying, Power Ranger blocks Cosmic Fury, but the fact is, I wouldn't have past Rangers come by, because it just means that you have that whole thing much later on where you have a problem of, hey, here are some rangers that have exact powers, and then they can switch between the two, because you want to have a new cast every single time. That's what I would do. So yeah, I like the idea, but I think it probably wouldn't work out in the long run. If we ever do get Cosmic Fury figures, what would they look like? I think the weapons would combine, and I also think that they would just look very bland. I don't think there'd be much articulation, and I think it would be a really shit one. And again, thank you, Dust, for the $5. And Henry says Dust is in the building. Sushi says, Ellen, since you like me, live in the UK, have you watched any or fewer tokusatsu shows that have shown on British TV in their original form? I haven't seen any like UK based stuff before. I didn't know there was any. That's one thing I never really kind of thought about. I've watched Sentai, but I've never watched anything that's British. Is there British ones like, or the original form? I really don't know. You'd have to give me some examples. If we ever get the okay, done that one. Okay, hope we get the Cosmic Fury. I hope we get the Cosmic Fury figures. Yeah, I think they should have done it. I think that Hasbro shouldn't have been cowards. I can remember hearing rumors Brad Hawkins was going to be the White Ranger, but I think they just changed it like last minute. I would have loved it if Brad was the White Ranger. I would love the fact that they could have brought the Green Ranger back and given him his powers, and they could have gone against it and then just have him, like Tommy, not being in the Dragon Zord, but like, oh my god, like my powers can only sustain my Ranger form. I can help you. I can't summon the Dragon Zord. I think that would be kind of cool. I would have loved that. I do think Tommy should have been the Gold Ranger, or as in Gold Zeo. To be fair, I liked him as Zeo Red. I absolutely think like one of my favorite versions of Tommy is Zeo Red. That's how I like him. But yeah, like I think who would have been the Red Ranger? Who would have been the Red Ranger? And thank you for ninja watching, Dust. Thank you very much for ninja watching. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is what I was going to do. Right, give me 2 seconds. Let me just mute the game. Options. Audio. I thought to myself, oh, I'm going to put this game on and I'll play it because I need to do it. I should just put, I might do that actually. I might just switch the game to something else to Honkai Star Rail, because I can just let that play if we need something. Okay, so this is the website. All right, let's just get rid of this game. Yes, I do want to quit the game. That's not the right one. There we go. Okay, so this is another video that I wanted to do. If we had Monkey, which is an okay, okay, right, okay. I remember watching Monkey. That was something I kind of really liked. There wasn't a very way of watching this sort of stuff in the past, which was a bit of a big shame. We had Monkey English dub based on Johnny West. It was broadcast in the 70s. It was. I know I saw reruns of it much later. Starfleet, I have heard of that one because I was talking to someone about it a while ago. But I have never actually watched it. Thunderbirds used to absolutely love as a kid. That was a big thing back in the day. Okay. So this is a thing that I wanted to talk about. So this is me going to go on a bit of a rant on this one. And okay, so opening up the video. Hello, welcome back. Okay, so I basically saw this tweet. One of my friends sent it to me. And it says, me going back in time to stop Saban from ever adapting Judo Ranger into MMPR. And this is something that I see majority of the time, which really kind of infuriates me because it jumps down to two different things. One, we have the Sentai purists, we have the Ranger purists, and then we have people who hate Power Rangers, and then we have people who hate Super Sentai. And this is one thing I started writing in my lovely notebook. This is why I write all my videos down. Literally, I mean, this is all paper, but well, it is paper, but empty. I haven't really done it, but this is why I've been writing all my drama content quite recently. So I'm going to kind of go on because I've seen this. Now, I think that if it wasn't for Power Rangers, and this is a big thing, that Super Sentai and tokusatsu probably wouldn't be as big as what they are. Now, I know people are going to complain about that, and that is absolutely fine, but actually, you know what? We need something to play in the background as I talk. Okay, so hang on. Editing mark to kind of like kick in at some point. Let me put Honkai Star Rail on. So to be fair, it's not me really kind of doing stuff. So let me kind of answer thing. You have to import. Yeah, I would probably, I think I would end up like downloading it. Like there would be somewhere that would be there, I think. Okay, let's log in there. Okay, is it PC games? Okay. Let log in properly. Honkai Star Rail, because I know people are going to be like, "Oh my god, I need to do it," and I'll put music in and stuff like that. Okay. This is just literally just getting shit I need. Let's grab in some support and that one. Okay. I'm gonna mute the desktop audio so you can just still hear me. Okay. So yeah, I generally think that if it wasn't for Power Rangers, then you like tokusatsu in general, Super Sentai and Kamen Rider wouldn't have the same impact as let's put it as normal because I don't know if that's the thingy. Wouldn't have such a big, massive impact as it would do today. I'm all over the place. I'm not usually like this. You can tell it's from a live stream. I'm thinking from a point where, do you know what? Let's just cancel this. Like, fuck it. I'm so over the place. This is like probably not. I feel like it's my first ever stream. Okay, let's fucking go because I actually need. No. Okay, let me go back to how it all is. And if it gets any bad, what I'll do is I'll edit this out and I'll put some stuff in. Oh god, you see my desktop now. God damn. It's nothing bad. It's just all the games and stuff. I'm so glad there's the whole Japan thing. Okay, so hello. Right, so this is what it's all about. So with this tweet here, me going back in time to stop it. If it wasn't for Power Rangers, I think Super Sentai wouldn't be a thing. Generally, I think it wouldn't be kind of more. My watch doesn't. Okay, so basically, I don't think. Hang on. I'm hot. It's getting hot in here. Like the stream, because right now I'm like completely failing and flopping. Okay, we'll start again. Okay, so Power Rangers. I saw this tweet. It says, me going back in time to stop Saban from ever adapting Ranger into MMPR. Now, if it wasn't for Power Rangers, I don't think Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, or majority of any tokusatsu show would possibly be as big as it is today if it wasn't for the light that is Power Rangers. Only because Power Rangers in general did such a big thing to show, to kind of like emphasize what Japanese culture was when it came to superhero shows. As I turn the fan off. Okay. And the only reason because of this is I have never seen in my entire life a TV show at that time or ever since that would shut down shows, like it would shut down like highways for like 10 miles, 11 miles. That was on the news. That was on everybody's lips. That everybody was completely talking about. I have never seen like something like that at all, and I don't think I ever will. I think that was the last massive, big like things. Now, I will get to your point, Sushi, because this is a point as well. So when I was looking, when I was reading these tweets, there were people that were saying that they did have tokusatsu, and you did. Like, so when I was looking at Wikipedia, um, it's basically you've had toku since 1908 and 1933, which obviously kind of emphasized a lot of stuff. You know, you had influence from King Kong at the time. So you had stuff like, where was it? I wrote this all down because it was on my phone. It was literally looking at my phone. But you had a lot of like kind of works over it. Where was it? But it wasn't until, so it was after researching special effects in King Kong, you know, it started to develop tokusatsu through his breakthrough on Princess, I can't say her name, and then the Daughter of the Samurai. Modern tokusatsu, however, did not begin to take shape until the late 1940s. So that's obviously when you had Godzilla, you had like a few other things like come in that did kind of shape it. So I'm not going to say like, you know, Power Rangers did all the work, but I do believe that like when you had certain countries, like I think you briefly said like let's say the Philippines, or you had like just countries that were kind of showing it on TV. Like these are the sorts of shows that people would grow up with it. But when you think about people like in America, when you have people around the world, like just outside of Europe, UK, everything like that, I've never heard of tokusatsu. I'd never seen it because we only had a very limited channels. Like Sushi, you say you're from the UK, like myself. So at that time, we had like 4 channels: one channel, BBC One, 2, ITV, Channel 3, and then Channel 4, and that was it. And majority of the time, we would have had bedtimes. We wouldn't have been able to stay up, and again, like we wouldn't have probably have seen a lot of like shows that way because tokusatsu would have been shown maybe at like 3-4 in the morning, and most of these TV shows would finish around about midnight, and then they would shut down or basically go into some like really crappy, like I don't know, whatever. So you have 4 terrestrial channels. You know, you had like Sky TV didn't really come in until like much later on. It has been around, but again, like maybe they may not have shown like tokusatsu shows, and that's fine. So Power Rangers comes along, 1993, boom, it shines this light that there are these sorts of shows, and regardless of how people feel about it, it would be a major big thing to say, look, there is Power Rangers, there is tokusatsu. So people then want more. You had people that would go out and buy the toys, all of that done, and rather than them going, oh shit, like this is, you know, Jason, Tommy, Zach, Trini, Billy, Kimberly, and all that. You know, people going like, ha, it's Barai, ha, there's so and so. I don't know the other characters. But you have all these like characters now in the houses, and you have these kids going, oh my god, I want Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Power Rangers. And then they go on to the next season, and the next season, and the next season. And they get influence on how much stuff that like tokusatsu like brings in, like Megazords and stuff. It gets people talking about it. And that's when Power Rangers literally blew everything up completely and was just like, bam, here you go. You know, you have people that didn't know about Super Sentai until much later. One story that I've always told is when I was at college, I remember walking through a door to the computer room, and someone goes like, "Oh, Mark, did you know that Power Rangers is based on a Japanese TV show?" And I was like, "What? No, that's what, really?" And my mind was blown because again, like the internet, that's another thing which we'll talk about. With the internet going on that way, there wasn't much there, and not, you know, the internet is so vast now that you can pretty much find anything. But the internet was such limited that, some people would talk about like how Ninja Storm was Hurricaneja, and then they would talk briefly about it and show some clips. But you weren't able to download an entire season of Power Rangers or Super Sentai to kind of get that. So the way that I see it is like, again, you're very limited to what you're seeing right now, and that's how it is now. I absolutely love Super Sentai at times. Like, I haven't really been loving it for the past couple of years, but in general, I would like a lot more. I would want to see more themes and stuff, and I would probably be watching Super Sentai from now on because Power Rangers is gone, so at least there's something there. But back then, Power Rangers is just instantly threw this light on this like TV show, and I'm sure from when I was talking to one of my friends that we were mentioning that that Power Rangers saved Super Sentai, and I can obviously see that because it's more like if Sentai died around about Ranger or just after, and it wasn't doing very well, can you imagine that Saban comes in and goes, "Hey, I want you to keep making it. Here's some money. You make this for me. I want to watch this." And it works like the best thing that you can have. So on this thing, I responded without PR, then a lot of people wouldn't have known of Toku. They wouldn't be introduced to it. PR placed a massive spotlight on Sentai and made it popular outside of Japan. Without PR, a lot of people wouldn't have found out about Toku. And I imagine this, like a lot of time in the UK, at least, when it came to, say, watching anime wasn't widely known. Like, obviously Pokemon kind of like, again, brought it to us, and we were like, holy shit, there were anime. But then that was like watching like the Sci-Fi Channel on like at 2 a.m, where I watched Martin Saseskin and Adesco, where you'd watch Guyver and other animes like that. My brother introduced me to Project Eiko, which is one of my favorite animes, and that was on VHS, and that introduced me to it. But there wasn't a whole TV like channel dedicated like we have like with Crunchyroll at the moment. So there's more ways of watching anime, downloading anime, watching it if you want to download it. I'm not endorsing piracy or anything like that, but there's more ways of consuming this media than there were in the 90s. So when people say like, "Oh, Power Rangers isn't great," without Power Rangers, I think Toku would have been that weird show that someone goes, "Oh, look, there are people in giant robots." Like, can you imagine if you didn't know what Super Sentai was and you saw Zenkaija for the first time, and you're like, "What the hell is this?" And then you're like, "I'm not going to watch this." And then you suddenly saw Dawn Brothers, and you're like, "I'm not going to watch it because it's almost the same." And then you move past it, and you missed King Oja, you missed the Bumbunja at the moment, but then you just move past it. So I think that Power Rangers stabilized Super Sentai for people that were outside of Asia, and I think that's one of the main things that people really seem to forget when it comes to this, because to me, Power Rangers is such a big thing and it's such a big, well-known brand. Hell, if Toei didn't really like it or didn't want it, they would say, "We're pulling the plug," like they did with Kamen Rider. When they saw Masked Rider, they were like, "Holy shit, we're not doing that anymore. Fucking hell." Okay, so my friend Daryl goes, you wouldn't have discovered tokusatsu, then I don't know how stopping the creation of Power Rangers helps you anyway. Believe it or not, there are people who got into tokusatsu without watching Power Rangers first. Clicking into the reply, and there's me. There are some people who knew about it then, but PR introduced people outside of Asia to it, into it. If it wasn't for PR, then it pretty much would have been if it wasn't for Power Rangers, then pretty much it would have been a lot more smaller niche, and that's for sure, which is absolutely true. Yes, he is a good guy. But there's no digital Jacob. Okay, that's fine. Then I would put up a brick wall in front of you to stop you from going anywhere. So basically, majority of these jokes now that we've got here are going to be majority of like, I'm going to stop you going in time. What else we got? And I'd ruin how many people still can enjoy, and ruin how many people can still come to enjoy Super Sentai because they never realistically would have watched Power Rangers. True. Again, people, when you start watching Power Rangers and stuff like this, people then go, "Oh, what else have I missed? I've not watched Ranger, so I'll go watch Ranger. Oh my god, I haven't seen Ranger. I'll go watch Ranger. Oh, like Jetman. I absolutely adore the suits for Jetman. I've never watched it, but I could go back and watch and go, oh my god, this is actually really, really cool. Go back into time so Stanley can bring out if anything other than Jew Ranger would have absolutely pissed people off. Jetman wouldn't have worked. Sun Vulcan wouldn't have worked. I think Jew Ranger was the perfect one. I will also read chats in a minute. What anime games that? Oh, okay. Yeah, my friend told me about that. Go back in time. That you need to adapt Bioman. Absolutely not. It would do it. No Tommy though. But then again, no MMPR glazed glazed for decades. I would agree, but then we would never get RPM, and we would never have got Ziggy. While I agree for most part, I would not get a laugh at Big Bad Beetleborg's opening of Saban or Saban's Masked Rider. I am Amazon and not being Amazon. While you're there, could you tell them to adapt Jetman? I really want to see how they handle Guy in America. I'm stopping you because Power Rangers was introduced and interest me into touching the tokusatsu genre. Again, see, this is what I mean. If without Power Rangers, again, I don't know if this is a troll post, but this to me is what Power Rangers is. Like, it introduces you to Sentai, and that's the whole point. Okay. Should have been stopping Disney from selling Power Rangers and Saban from buying them. I'd do that one. Me appearing in front of you to stop you from making my childhood boring as fuck. Yeah, I guarantee Airlim would not exist. Oh, it would exist, but it wouldn't be what we're talking about today. I'd be talking about anime, or Airlim may have become a drama channel. If you want to see me talk about drama, by the way, go have a look at Oh Hi Mark. A perfect good one there. The only caveat I would add to this is that I would need to convince Toei to broadcast tokusatsu as it would. Yeah, again, here's another thing. There would never be subtitles on Super Sentai if it was shown on TV outside of Asia. Like, no one would want to listen to it. They'd just be like, what is this? Like, and I know people who don't like subtitles. So again, it just messes everything up. Even if it meant erasing the whole franchise, even if it meant I'd never become a Toku fan, I'd gladly go back in time to stop MMPR from happening. Again, as much as we all fucking hate it at times, MMPR is probably the thing that has brought us all together. Hear me out. Make Stanley's Son Vulcan successful, and that becomes Power Rangers. No, I don't think you would. I'll do one better. Ensure Stanley successful adapts Son Vulcan. You don't get to make that choice. Not now, not ever. I mean, if this person could go back in time, I don't think they'd be stopping Power Rangers. I think there'd be a lot of other things you could do. Me going further back in time to convince a different executive to adapt Go Ranger would not even... I don't think it would work. You'd have to really, really go back in time. Yeah, all in the comments became a fan of Toku due to Power Rangers. I became a fan of Toku because of hot actors and actresses. We are not the same. Programming, Disney to start Power Rangers downfall, not Saban. Saban did it right. The first Saban did, Neo Saban didn't. I can't let you do that. And there's Boom Bunja. To be fair, it's actually not a bad suit. Here in Latin America, we got some dubs of Tokusatsu series. We would be fine. We probably would have gotten Jew Ranger 2. But again, you want to shine. You want to shine the whole light on everyone. Me going back in time to stop you from going back in time. You don't need to do that. Just prevent. No, we need Megaforce and Super Megaforce. How will we learn from our mistakes? How will we learn from our mistakes? How? You can't. You can't. While you're at it, stop them from adapting Gokaiger and Kakuranger 2 and Masked Rider if you feel like it. Come back and make the series like the pilot that came out. Make them still be G-Ranger, but fix things like Kakuranger being Alien Rangers and not Esteem Ninjas, as well as Ninja Storm. Okay, so you get what I mean. Like, I imagine it, because it could be a fixed point in time. I think that if you changed it completely, like MMPR still would come out a year later. So yeah, you've got all these sort of things. Seriously, you're not one of the Sentai purists. But yeah, we could go through all these. They're like tons, but I think we'll stop at that one. Let me read the comments. Okay, so oh my god, okay. Okay, we had which one are we going for? But in that case, thanks for watching this video. I'll catch you next time. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Anyway, let's jumping back. Okay, so we also had a DVD release of Cutie Honey. Yes, I do remember Cutie Honey. I've never seen it, but I know of it. Which was actually a Hong Kong movie, but similar to Ultraman Kamen Rider. Ultraman was shown in short bits in the UK, usually through documentaries about Japanese culture, like Japarama. Oh man, I think I might need to see if I can watch that. It would be interesting to see how Jonathan Ross saw it, because I know he really liked he likes tokusatsu and stuff like that. So I think that'd be kind of cool to do. To see what it is. I remember Japanorama. Ultraman was featured on an episode of Eurotrash. Can you believe it? Oh man, I remember Eurotrash so much. They did a reunion show of that such a while ago, and then they brought everyone back, and I thought that was kind of cool. Apart from Lulu Ferrari, who sadly is not with us anymore. The only Ultraman series we got was Ultraman Towards the Future, which was the Australian version of Ultraman. It was on Nickelodeon and on VH. Damn, so Nickelodeon was showing it. Like BBC and shit. Like, we didn't have it. You think that possibly kind of loosely adapting either Ranger Sentai or skipped one suits, like We're Always Here type thing. You think it's part... I think that you could probably adapt pre-Sentai no problem. You would just have to have the suits, though. I don't think that if you wanted to have Jetman and then all of a sudden see the footage that way, it wouldn't work. You would really have to redo everything. I think this is the problem where people go like, I really want this adaptation. It's like, will that hold up, though? That's the main thing. I generally think that you could just take the suits and make something different. I just don't think that it would work with how it was as well, because obviously you have different laws in Japan when it comes to that sort of thing. So like we have like laws when it comes down to we have laws when it comes to what we can show in Japan. I don't think you could have, say, for example, like smoking and stuff.
Could you try again?
No, Siri, I can't. But like, say, tokusatsu, like, you know, if they had like you have smoking and stuff, or the death and stuff, it wouldn't be easy enough to translate. So I don't think it would work, but I think you could adapt it now and just have those beautiful Jetman suits. I want those beautiful Jetman suits. Okay. Some people in different countries saw tokusatsu before Power Rangers were brought to other countries. Me, I watched the German dub of Windscaper. I was living in Germany. Okay, I didn't know what Windspector was. Why did I say Windscraper? I've never seen Windscepter. But then again, some would think that you either adapt the whole Sentai or nothing, and continuity-wise. So I generally think that when it comes to super, sorry, it's when people send me messages. I'm like, I'm not showing anything I shouldn't on stream. Okay, so let me rephrase that. You can adapt it, and it's not continuity because shows weren't around. Like Jetman was never in Ranger, so anything like before Ranger, you'd be able to kind of. I think you could easily have like, it doesn't mess with continuity. It doesn't mess around with anything. The only thing you could say that they were in was the Legendary War, and then you could maybe say, like, oh, who were these Rangers? And then you could build on that one and use the Legendary War to its good advantage and say, this is what we've got. That works like kind of perfectly. So yeah, I imagine that that's what could happen. So yeah, like, I think it could work. Okay, some people. Okay, but I want it again. Okay, yeah, form terrestrial channels. I wonder why they would have shown. I wonder why they would have shown overnight. Then again, overnight TV was fun. I used to watch Cybernet. Damn, at midnight. Damn, CD UK too. Damn, Sushi. We're like pretty much watched the exact same stuff when we were younger. Yeah, so I think it's because they put it on because they wanted to. Like watching anime, I remember like watching Martin Sasaka and Nadesco, one of my favorite animes. and it was like 2 episodes at like 1 in the morning. And I remember just generally just like staying up at times, or being like, oh, it's on a Friday night, so I've got nothing to do on a Saturday anyway, or I've got nothing to do this time, so I'll watch it. And I remember watching the entire thing and just absolutely loving like watching anime at that time, and just falling in love with the whole prospect. Now, obviously, it's accessible everywhere, but yeah, I think they did it there because they had to, and it was more kind of how can we get people more invested in this, or they had to do whatever. But man, I absolutely loved that sort of stuff. I love watching like anime at 2 in the morning on like a TV. It was like perfect. There was those wacky stuff overnight. British TV terrestrial get stuffed. I kind of want to remember. I kind of remember that. I remember Motormouth back in the day. I wouldn't mind watching a bit of Kamen Rider. I can remember hearing that Jetman was going to be the last Us ever Sentai, which is where there was a lot of adult themes. I've heard so many things like Sentais were going to end it. One of my friends convinced me that Jungle Fury was going to be the last Power Rangers, and Hannah Montana was going to like turn up, and she was going to sing in the thing, and I believed him, and he lied to me. And I was like, I would love it if Hannah Montana turned up in Power Rangers. Canon. It would be canon. But yeah, I think anime is the 90s way is very niche. Nowadays, it's more popular, but not still quite mainstream. I think it's kind of like K-pop here nowadays. Anime, I generally think, it will always be a super niche thing, like 100% niche, because it's still not grown to everybody, I think. Personally, I would love it to be a bit more mainstream. I feel like you could easily, I don't know, I think you could easily do a lot more with it. But everywhere is exactly the same these days. It's literally the high school thing, sent to another world, slice of life, loads of little things. But I feel like if you're not in Japan, it's like literally nowhere. Like you have to ride it. And yeah, I just love anime so much, to be fair. Most people still think it's familiar with BTS, Gundam Starman, and anime. Yeah, anime is always going to be that kids show. That isn't it like Pokemon, or isn't it like that Digimon show? And that's it going to be. Everyone knows what Pokemon is, bar like one person that you didn't know it. That's a funny story, but yeah, I think people just refer it back to Pokemon because that's what they've seen. It was a big phenomenon. People aren't going to change it. Same things like with Dragon Ball Z. They'd say the same things with Dragon Ball. If Power Rangers was cancelled at the time, Cyber Squad, oh man, I would not have wanted Cyber Squad whatsoever. That would have been the worst thing ever. I'm happy that Power Rangers exists no longer as a Japanese original. It's still accessible. I think that Sentai snobs, as well as what they called back in the day, should just stick to watching tokusatsu instead of complaining about Power Rangers. At the end of the day, they're only TV shows. Okay. Right, okay. We're going to do another segment. Again, thanks for the video. Let's watch the stream. Okay, all right. Second segment. Another video. I have never really got the entire Sentai Sentai purist, Sentai snobs, anything like that. I have never, ever seen that sort of stuff. I don't see the point of it, shall I say. Because at the end of the day, yes, we know that your Power Rangers is based off said Sentai, like Abba Ranger or whatever. Well, I get that. But at the end of the day, it's not going to make me want to go and watch this series because you're telling me how Power Rangers is shit, or how it's not superior to what you are, or how the story is better, or the emotions, or whatnot. It's not going to change my entire thought process. It's going to make me think you're a dick. You're trying to force this, like, guys, did you know the White Ranger in this series was a badass? And yeah, he right now would have killed every single one, but he didn't because he was bound by a feather. Just saying, you wouldn't see Tommy doing that. He would be like kick the shit out of this. And I generally, when I see this sort of stuff, it annoys me. And don't get me wrong, Power Rangers has the same thing. And I feel like that's a major big problem too, because it's like, oh my god, like Tommy could definitely beat up like you know Doggy Kruger's version in Deca Ranger, and it's like, oh come on, man, like what the hell? But when it comes to purism on either side, it's just it gets you nowhere. At the end of the day, I like some of the Sentais that I have watched. Like I really like Gokaija. I hated like Zenkaija. I love Dom Brothers, but I'm not gonna sit there and be like, if I was a Sentai purist, that Zenkaija was a fucking masterpiece when I know it was absolutely shit. Like it was not what I expected a anniversary season to be. But I'm not going to sit there and be like, man, it's like the best, like Kaito, fucking peak heroism. Like this is the best thing in my eyes. No, I'm not going to, because at the end of the day, I can see a bad series. Same thing as like with Power Rangers. No one really likes Super Mega Force. I like Super Mega Force. I like the fact that it's cheesy. It's not the greatest, but it's not Gokaija. But I can see past that and say like, yeah, it's shit, but it's a good season to me. So when I kind of see people like as you said, like the Sentai snobs and stuff, it's just really infuriating, because I want to I want to watch a series, but I don't want to be influenced. Like, oh, you have to watch Boom Boomja. It's like the best thing in the world. It's not. King Oja was the best. King Oja was, to me, the thing that I really didn't like in King Oja was the fact that you had, what was it? You had like the background, like it was obviously filmed on a massive like TV screen. So like when you saw like the camera move up, the background moved with it, and it wasn't tracked properly, and that's what really annoyed me. Don Brothers, absolutely love Don Brothers. But yeah, when you have like all these sorts of purists and stuff, it just really makes it off-putting to me. Like I don't want to watch it at all. I just can't be bothered with it. So yeah, I generally am not a big fan of purists on either side. At the end of the day, you watch what you like, you do what you like, and enjoy it. That's what we're here for. I'm enjoying Dino Thunder. I may not like Abba Ranger. I did like Abba Ranger a little bit. I haven't fully watched that series, but just enjoy what you enjoy. Just don't be a dick. Just don't be a dick. That's pretty much it. Just don't be a dick about it. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of purists on either side. I think instead of going back, that's the video. Thanks very much. Bye. There we go. I think instead of going back in time to stop Power Rangers from happening, I think it should go back in time to stop something like, yeah, like there's so much stuff you could do with your powers of time travel. Like I, I wouldn't go back and change the future. I would just, so you may know this one, Sushi. You may know this. Good night, sweetheart. Okay, so I would go back in time. I would take as much fake money as I can, because obviously no one's going to know what counterfeits are properly. And I would go and buy all the Pokemon games. I would go buy all the Pokemon cards. I would go buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I'm talking crates upon crates upon crates, fucking up the system for fake money as well, being in the UK. But I would go back to all these things. I'd go back to Magic the Gathering. I'd pick up all these cards. I'd pick up everything, stick it in my time thing, and then I would come back to the future and I'd be like, oh, look at this. I've got all this thing. So, because I know I'm still reading your comments before. Goodnight, Sweetheart was about a guy who would walk down an alleyway, and that was linked to the World War II. So he would take counterfeit notes. He would buy stuff. He met a girl. He fell in love with this girl at this pub, and he kind of had like two like levels. So what he would then do was he would like be like, oh, here's a warden's hat. So I'm now going to sell that for like say £300 or whatnot. And that was the main thing, and it was a really good show, and it had a really bad ending, but then it had a really good one because they redid it. But that's what I would do. I would go back, I would pick up all this stuff, and I would just come back and be like, hey, so that really like a base set Pokemon box card thing, booster box that sells for like 20 grand. I've got 5 of them. I've got 20 of them. and I would just be like making money. Like, oh, I'm opening it. Can you imagine the YouTube views? Hey guys, today we're going to be unboxing the Pokemon Fossil. Now, there were only 200 of these made. I have 150 of them. I don't know where I got it. I got lucky. They're all being officially done. Let's unbox it. I would make more money off YouTube views if I was doing that. TikTok, Instagram, whatever you think, I can make more money off that. That's what I use time travel for, not to stop Power Rangers. Like, I just go buy all the, like, I'd go and get all the toys. Come back and be like, guys, mint in box. Hell, if that mint in box fucking Power Ranger thing could go for money, why can't I just go back and get like 20 copies of that game, mint sealed, 10 out of 10, perfect, and make like a couple of grand? That's what I use my time travel powers for. I wouldn't stop current events. That's it. To be honest, I like that Kaku Ranger became Any Rangers because it shows them really struggling. Hard to make a story out of it. Yeah, like, we just need to hydrate. We need to hydrate. I think that's the only thing that really got me after a while. And it was only like 13 episodes. They really could have done more. But I would have loved, absolutely loved, to be sat on that hill, looking at it, watching them like just fight in a field, and then they're not actually doing anything, and I absolutely would love it. I think adaptations are fine if they're done really, really well. I've really enjoyed Beast Morphers to literally the end of it. I really have enjoyed them because it's fun. It's interesting to see what stories they come up with. Winspector. Oh, like Inspector. Okay, Winspector. Okay, there we go. Yes. I can't say your name. I'm going to say you, Mill. Mill, yes, there is going to be a Cosmic Fury thing. I mentioned it earlier in the stream, but the guy who did all the music is going to literally do to kind of, yeah, they're going to release it on YouTube and or stream. So follow me on thingy. Follow me, as you can see, it says Mainstream Live. I will tweet it out as soon as it happens. I will retweet it so everyone can enjoy it. Motormouth was like yeah, so I don't really remember much of it. The one thing that stuck in my mind was how someone could have won Pat Sharp's Yawn or something, and or like he said something, and basically just put like a little like electronic in it, and it just stuck with me. So it was like this big massive mouth that they sat on a thing and they start talking about TV shows or whatnot. And then this one day that Pat Sharp just goes, look at this. And it's like, real. And I was like, wow. And that's the only thing of that I can remember of it. Well, he obviously did like other TV shows, but that's the Motormouth one I can remember. Speaking of which, I loved watching TV Mayhem. I remember the name TV Mayhem. I'm going to have to look that up in a bit. Just a random curiosity. Did you ever watch Gatchaman or Battle of the Planets or G-Force? I don't think I've watched any of those. I recognize the name. All right, okay. Right, this is stream. Pat Sharp. Motormouth. Yawn, I think it was. No. Pat Sharp. Is it Motormouth? It's not that one. It's not Funhouse. Oh, look at the mullet. Look at that mullet. That kind of looks familiar. What's up, Doc? The Punch. Okay, Mystery of Mayhem. This is what you're talking about. Let's take this on. Oh, we had Holly Willoughby. Holly Willoughby, like literally on SpongeBob. Dear God. Okay, I didn't watch this. Oh my God, this is so.
Hello, good morning. I'm
What are you
Holly
breaking?
Willoughby.
Like, I'm breaking everything.
And you are watching MOM. Now today is a very special day for ITV because it's their 50th
I
birthday.
swear to God that like Stephen wanted it with
You're invited.
with Holly Willoughby. Like 100%. Like I don't remember one. Okay, kids show motor. I'm sure I'm like. I'm sure. Okay, there we go.
Knowledge, wealth,
Wealth. That's what.
power.
No.
Let's be honest. On Saturday mornings,
Okay.
BBC was king. And whatever was on the other
Did
side
they just put
seemed
EastEnders
like a
in
pale
there?
imitation. Light on stars and overloaded with
The only one
cartoon
episode
padding.
was. Gordon the
But we'll
Gopher.
give them a chance and take a look at the show ITV put in the thankless slot opposite Going Live. Motormouth.
I wonder if you still wrote these shows.
The
Like,
only episodes to survive
is
in
literally-
full come from 1991's final series, as home VHS recordings, with even the original tapes having been wiped. I'm going to be watching too, but we'll discuss them together.
I didn't expect the stream to talk about Power Rangers go into something like this. This is what I remember. Like, this was the thing for kids. Like, oh my God, look at the
Opening
graphics!
credits
Look at the
showcase early
graphics!
CG's exciting new ability
That
to
was
do
all it was,
shapes
wasn't
and
it?
colours. Aided by this week's guest, Frank Sidebottom,
I
our
remember Frank
presenters are Andy
Sidebottom.
Crane, formerly
Andy
of
Crane. There's
CBBC's
Andy Crane
Broom
and
Cupboard,
Andy Peters.
until hopping the fence like Razor Ramon.
Good morning. Welcome to this week's Motormouth. 7 days and 7 nights have passed since last we were here.
Neil Buchanan of Art Attack.
So when
Gabby
did- when did
Roslin,
Pat Sharp
plus a
join
load
then?
of kids sat around chewing. And Steve Johnson. Steve will be an irritant throughout. Perhaps intended
thought-
as a
damn,
childlike
I thought
presence
he like
viewers
came
could
into like
identify
CITV
with.
time.
His relentless
Not
wackiness
this
seems
time.
more like he suffered a concussion on the way to the studio.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch all this guy's video, but
When whatever you were say,
oh my God.
really done his homework.
It's a How You Can See on How To, Mondays ITV at 4:55.
It's not anymore, is it?
These four are Manic Street Preachers. They are
Mike, we can't hear you talking to us. If you keep back. Do you want to take it off? Keep it on, but don't bang your mic, that's all.
And as the show's Chegwin,
Oh man,
of course he has to have a go.
I love this sort of stuff.
Rest in peace, Nigel
I
Farage.
absolutely love it. It's
Starved to
fantastic.
death after refusing to eat Tesco groceries, which were touched by a Polish.
Hello and welcome to another
I remember this. I remember the Mousetrap game. Like this was huge.
What we have is a giant, perfect physical replica of the board and all its iconic pieces. Yet a
This
game
was
that's
huge.
nothing like it. About 50% of all telly then consisted of nervous kids telling you what their hobbies were.
Hello, I'm Gareth Mumford. I'm 12 years old and my hobbies are running, sailing and sports.
Guarantee. I love running. You know that's like their mum would like put them on TV in case they pick you. You need to say that you like running, sailing. Don't say you like TV, Derek. Don't say you like TV because everyone will see it. Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm sure it was Pat Sharp. Yeah, Gabby Rock. Yeah, this is the show.
I've been using Epidemic Sound as my go-to resource for background music and sound effects for the last 6 years.
Well, all the things would be falling off this table, wouldn't they?
Yeah, this is what I remember.
In fact, the real reason why we're here is to give you details how you can meet these people.
I want to meet these people now. I want to write to them, and I want to be like, hey, yes, morning TV, morning TV.
We belong together, you and I forever and ever. No matter where you are.
There we
Hello,
are. In fact,
Cassandra.
what we
Hello.
want you to
Welcome.
do is find as many words as you can using the letters in home and away. And I've got a couple here.
Go on, then.
Oh,
Away.
man, like
Yeah.
these shows were.
Yeah.
Home.
Maybe no. I'm sure it was
I
Pat
came up with
Sharp.
25 yesterday in 10 minutes. Now that, now the...
My mouth. I if I was ever to watch a TV show, it was Neighbours. Yeah, I remember all this. Like, look at those graphics!
Well, it's the funniest pair of scissors I've ever seen.
Motormouth must have been really 1988.
Coming to you from Disney World. Me and Andrew were there in Florida, and we'll have an absolute riot. Have some of that.
Thank you, Julian.
What I want to know is if Andrea's operating a red car, who's operating Andrea?
Oh, thank you, Tony.
Good question. We'll see you next week. Motormouth on Saturday and Sunday. Take care.
Saturday and Sunday, yeah. I'm continuing making content. I had all the Lightning collection. It was because I think someone commented like ages ago. They were like, "Hey, I want to see all your Lightning collection." So, I have like one more. No, yeah, I've got one more. I've got Black Dino Thunder, and then it'll be much later on when it'll be Omega and then Blue, and then that'll be it for them. Do they just? Where is Pat Sharp? Like, am I completely missing it? Like, am I misremember? Is my memory like completely gone on this? But no, there'll be more content. I just have to sit down and plan it. I'm working a little bit more on the drama channel at the moment. This is like.
I've got a competition for you at home. Actually, it's going to be the easiest competition you've ever entered. All you've got to do is watch carefully and try and work out how far it is from this spot I'm standing on to my dressing room.
Where he's got lots of silly suits like this. Come this way.
Oh yeah, that's not the guy I thought it was.
Through the secret passages, beside the.
This is what I remember. So obviously, they changed the entire aspect of the show.
As if by magic, through the double doors, and. Andrea Arnold. Oh, no sugars.
Oh, are we on?
Oh, I think we are.
Every single time, like any sort of how do I say, like any sort of person that did this would be like, "Oh, are we on? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, didn't see you there." And it's like, there's a goddamn camera coming my way. Didn't see you there. Oh, is it time for our song yet? No, it's not. It's at the end of the show. Oh, is it the end of the show yet? That'll be it.
This is a snack bar. Just hello, everyone. Cool, that's pretty
Yeah.
feasible, wasn't it?
Hello,
How many steps
not
to Neil's dressing room
bored.
is it? Come this way. Is
And
Neil's
so then
dressing
they're
room
like,
over here? Could it be this one? Let's have a
Maybe
see.
maybe he was a guest presenter.
No, it's not this one. How far is it? How many paces is it to Neil's dressing room? Past Julian's, past this one. This is Andrea's, past this one. What on earth is that? What we want to know is how many paces is it from where Neil was standing right down to here? And what will you get if you get the closest?
Okay, what do you get?
You will get a fantastic prize. What is it? You'll have to wait and see next week.
We're not going to tell you. God, like, there's so many old TV shows back in the day. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, where does that come from? I love it. Funhouse was an awesome show. TV Mayhem is not to be confused with Ministry of Mayhem. There are two different shows, and there's only one available. TV Mayhem is available on YouTube. TV Mayhem, Chris Evans. Speaking of Neil Buchanan, they're bringing back Art Attack, but not Neil going to be on the show. Instead, they're going to... Oh, yeah, like, did you ever see the breakdown? Like, Neil Buchanan's breakdown. Okay. Neil Buchanan... breakdown Art Attack. I'm not going to show all of it. Is it? Which is the one? Because there was a thing that I don't know if it was actually him or if it was someone. Neil Buchanan, rude drawings, Art Attack. Okay, so I'm not going to play all of this. I don't know if this was. So the. Okay, so basically, if you don't know, again, this is definitely not Power Rangers. So the rumors were, and I don't know if this is 100% true. I probably need to kind of look into it. So basically, apparently Neil Buchanan, who is this really good artist on drawing and stuff, was on the show called Art Attack, and apparently he broke down and had a nervous breakdown, and then just started to draw penises everywhere. I'm not going to play all of it because I do not want to be demonetized.
All fantastic.
No, it's this one.
And do you know what? That design, drawing around circular objects, has given me a fantastic idea. You need a large round tray or plate, and just place part of it just over the edge.
I've got a feeling that this is actually
like that, so you get this.
They changed it, but yeah, he draws the balls, he draws the penis, and then he adds more. Now, I don't think so. I'm not gonna it possibly could be age gated, but I don't know if it was a major thing. If you had this breakdown, that's what we were all led to believe. There was this major big breakdown and stuff like that, and it was just kind of fun. It was like, what? Oh, dear God, how could you do that? Yeah, it was such a weird one. I wouldn't kind of show Neil Buchanan like crying. But yeah, it's such a weird one. Like, I'm just trying to think. Okay, so we're gonna okay. This is one that I remember. Girl from Tomorrow. This is one that I absolutely love. The Girl from Tomorrow.
My name is Jenny. I live in Sydney with my little brother Petey and my mum.
Where have you been? Oh dear. Has there been some trouble, officer?
This kind of reminds me, like, I loved Australian shows. Like, this sort of stuff was absolutely perfect.
Life was pretty boring, but then the most amazing thing happened.
Like, I always, like, there are a few things I talk about and I absolutely love, like TV shows when I was growing up. And Girl from Tomorrow is one of them. Now, every single time that I turn around and start speaking to someone about stuff, they instantly go, I don't remember that. But the second that you say the headband, they instantly remember and go, oh my God, because it was such a unique thing.
It started when Petey met this girl named Alana hiding in
Oh
a
no.
garage.
Yeah, the headband thing.
Okay, girls. My lights out.
And then suddenly, like, the mum's like, you can't use that ever. Like, what happens if someone's no one's going to pay attention?
Told her she was a time traveler from the year 3000.
So she is in the same time as Time Force.
If I can't control the future, control the past.
Could you imagine if this is how Time Force was just the
It's all over, Alana.
Oh man, could it be? Very
In the
Time
meantime,
Force.
I'm just going to treat you like a normal girl. I'm going to enroll you at Jenny's school.
Ace!
But you must be careful not
Trailer's
to draw
like
attention
1
to
minute,
yourself.
He tried to help Alana get back to her own time, but Silverthorn and his friend Eddie kidnapped her. Silverthorn promised that he'd let me go home when the time capsule returns tonight. But he's built this force field to prevent it from leaving. You never intended to let me go back, did you? With the help of
Oh, it's such a fucking cool show.
his friend James, we
I'm
rescued
sure it's
Alana.
all on TV.
I'll blast you in space dust.
Yeah. Australia made the best.
What happened? Your central nervous system has had a massive shock. You'll need complete regeneration. Or she'll die.
Why would you show that? Like, wait for it.
What are you saying? She'll have to come back with me.
Like, why? Like, you wouldn't want to show it like this at all. Like, you've just literally shown everything. Like, whoa, I don't want to know. I absolutely love The Girl from Tomorrow. There was another one as well. Pugwall. Okay. Season 1 opening. No, check it. It's not Screwfix. But I only remember this the other day when I generally thought, like, shit, Pugwall popped into mind. He was talking about, what was I talking about? Oh, like Zach Morris when he goes time out, everyone kind of stops. Australia knew how to make these shows.
Nobody tell me what to do.
every single like TV show always had this one person. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. I do my own thing. You know, and then it's just like they get like slapped or something.
Nobody told me what to say. Can't you see? I've got a dream, I'm gonna make it.
I'm gonna be a rock star on TV, and like no one knows where this guy has ever been. Like, the drummer will always be the wild child. Like, yeah, yeah. And it's like he's the lovable heart that no one likes. Yeah, and it's like I'm not going to obviously play all this copyrighted stuff. But it's like this sort of stuff. And he'll talk to the camera. Oh, look. He's the cool kid. You know, he's got the skateboard that everybody wants to be in. Yeah, this is all Australian. Marmalade. Yeah, they all have like really like weird catchphrases or something.
Where's Marmalade? I'm really gonna mangle it.
Oh yeah, no, it was the sister.
You wouldn't call your sister that dreadful name. She's not here. She's at Cindy's.
I'll get her later.
What you doing?
Oh man, like these. I think I might. Do you know what? I might do a stream at some point where we just choose like random ones.
But here we go. You know she might have him
and then
crazy
I think it'd be so cool.
Here we go. Speaking of the other
newbie,
she's a super nerd. No sweat.
But like this will be the shows that you see like on here that there would be a Power Rangers toy or something, and then you just kind of like link it through.
Fine. Keep me in suspense. I can hack it.
All right, keep it in your suspense. I'll be able to hack it.
Happy birthday, Pugwell.
Oh, sure, thanks.
Want your present?
Sure.
There's the mic. Oh, hang on, wait. What is it? I love this. It's so fucking cool.
Want your present?
Sure.
There you go. There's Mike. Shit, get out. I heard the whole videos about Power Rangers was data mine found in Fortnite. Oh, if they did, I would play Fortnite. Like I have heard rumors like around that they were going to do Power Rangers. If they do it, I would wholeheartedly be playing Fortnite with Power Rangers. I want MMPR with a gun. That would be it. Tommy with a gun. Jason with a gun. I'd love it. Oh, what other shows were there that I remember? There's like I know it was around the twist, but I never really liked that one. The Saddle Club. I don't really remember that one. I remember this episode. Yeah, I remember this song. Oh man, this is insanely weird going down like shows like Pugwall. Just trying to think. Oh, why was I used to late 80s TV shows? I'm curious now. Let's have a look. Oh wait, no, hang on. Okay, maybe not.
Hey there, fellow time travelers of entertainment. It's Kevin from Retro Renaissance.
There's one
and today
show.
We're diving.
Hang on. Tomorrow, people. So there is a thing in my entire that I remember as a child watching on TV, and it was the only thing I can remember, and this is like an itch that has been scratching in my mind for pretty much most of my life, and what it is there are there's a cyber cafe, and people teleport in, and there's a scene, and then there's another one where you've got two like rivals going along and like fighting on a farm, and it's always stuck, and it's one of those shows in my head that I can never like get out of, and it annoys me because I've been searching for it for a long time. And no matter what I put in, if I put in something like cyber cafe 80s 90s TV show, I can never find it. Nothing pops up on the internet. It's the only one thing. So I told this to someone, and they said like, "Oh, maybe it's the Tomorrow People. It sounds like it." And I'm like, Fast Forward, which is an Aussie comedy show, which they did parody shows of various shows. Okay, hang on. We're gonna have a look. This is literally gonna see everything that I watch on YouTube. Fast Forward. Okay, is it Australian comedy? Okay, I would laugh if like literally, this is what I've been searching for my entire life. I would be like, Sushi, you're the best person in the world.
This.
Man, look how like.
See the subtle use of colour and shading, giving a fluid appearance to the whole thing, making it appear to shift and change all the time.
And we can't have you drawing
See, this is
attention to yourself.
Yes,
this might
I
be
know,
it. Like,
I know.
until
It's
I
all
see
right for
that
some, though, isn't
scene,
it? What have you been doing today?
I will not be able to rest. Like I could be like 10 billion years old. Or it could be this. It could...
Yeah, some people do have jam on it.
If they have a
Well, you can
teleport
still
scene
go.
in the background.
One of the advantages of jaunting. Distance, no object. You sound like a travel brochure. Hey, listen, there was a funny thing today. Well, there's a kid in my class called Robert. Well, he did a painting.
I
called
absolutely
Change
love
of Weather on Wrexham
old school British shows, because normally like the British accent's fine, but it's like, oh, I do like it when I do turn on the teleporter to be able to get this. It is the nicest thing that you could ever imagine. I can't wait till Sarah joins me tomorrow when we do this, when we go to the park. Oh, it will be so much fun. And it's always that sort of thing. Like, if they teleport in...
Stephen. It could be dangerous to tax her with what she
It would
is
be
before she
dangerous
has
to
fully
tax
realized
this,
it.
won't it?
You remember what it was like for you. We nearly lost you.
Yes, in more ways than one.
No, that's a bit weird. It's a bit weird.
3.
Wrong.
No, I don't think it is, because
Oh,
I
yes,
don't
of course.
remember it
36.
properly.
It's these simple calculations. Last week there were serious disturbances at King's Bentley.
There were 30. Yeah, like so much stuff back in the day. It was absolutely weird.
Hey, what about
No,
Janine?
it wasn't.
Stupid, ugly or South African police. Useless.
Yeah, man, it's these sorts of shows that really kind of make you go, what? 1 of 9. Can't put the whole thing. Oh no, maybe it is that show. If they're on a farm, that's when it is. Oh, I don't know. This is going to be something that I have to sit down and watch. No, I remember.
Otherwise, it's quite a good idea. Spell you on what?
They have to be on a farm. No. Oh, so close.
About the
That's why I use my time travel powers to go back in time. What shows did I watch when I was a kid? Stay inviting myself into the house. I'm from the future. I just need to know what shows these were. And they'll be like, Mum will be like, the hell are you?
Dreaming about just now.
Dreaming? I wasn't dreaming.
Come on. Crazy idea.
Space.
All right. So I love you and leave you if you
This,
don't mind.
no, this does.
If the whole world is going to break out in
Oh,
one big
no,
fight, I
no,
want to
no.
go where I can be of some
This
use.
could be it.
Good idea. Well, good luck.
Thanks a lot, Chris.
Call me if you want me.
Will do.
Do they teleport out? Do they teleport out? That's what I want to know.
the things and I'll see you up on the Watchdog satellite.
I think it is the Tomorrow People. I think I have found this. How could this? You don't know how excited I am. Like literally, I am like. Maybe it wasn't at the farm. It was. Maybe it was the Tomorrow People. Fucking hell! Maybe it is the Tomorrow People that I remember. This could be it. I think I'd remember this. But
Right, okay.
I think it is the Tomorrow People.
But the earth is safe and we've got... That's that. I don't think I've ever known it so quiet.
Maybe it is the Tomorrow People. But my that itch hasn't gone. It's like, you need cream. Maybe it was the Tomorrow People. And then I'm like, okay, that's what I remember. Yeah, maybe I need to buy it on DVD. Sorry, it's just been a thing, is it? I don't normally do these sorts of things. We were talking about this. Okay, and then the whole Steve thing. So, oh man, it's 45 grand. Anyway, how long is it? How long have we been? Okay, we've been streaming for like 2 hours. I think I am going to leave that. I'm going to finish reading the comments, and then I think I am going to head off. I might, yeah. It's been up and down the stream, but we may have found this TV show that I used to watch. Right, hang on. I think it's possible. Pat Sharp. If we did version parents, Pat Sharp. Could you imagine Pat Sharp would make the best Red Ranger out there? Breakdown. I wonder what it could be. I almost thought you were going to Neil Cannon. What was it? A-gated. This looks interesting. I don't think I've watched this ever, but it brings... Oh, hang on. Okay, so we're going to think of like The Girl from Tomorrow. Season 2 trailer. Like, I want to know what the 13 years ago. Like, okay, let's have a look. Part 2. Like, they don't make shows like this anymore. This is far as end.
Time travel experiments have gone wrong. They're changing history. Jenny and Silverthorne have to go home.
Anyone found in a restricted area is subject to arrest and modification.
I remember this.
Silverthorne's lying. How can you be so sure? Alana, how can you believe him after everything he did to you?
That's a time gate. We build one of those, we've got a doorway to the past. We can get anything we want. Water, food,
I freaking love this stuff.
food, weapons, anything.
You're trespassing, flip-flop. What are you doing back here?
When we went home, our world was gone. Silverthorne's done something that changes the future. The Earth's dead.
I'd love to
We came back here
do
with the rest
a
of
massive in-depth video on...
by the gods.
I'm going to do
The
it.
world is in danger.
I'm going to put it on my docket of videos to do and really go so deep into the
Silverthorne's story of the time
but
gate.
into the whole thing.
It's another kind of time machine, like a doorway from one time zone to another. You
Look
just
at the
walk through.
graphics.
Time coordinates set. Go!
Can you imagine if this was like the premise of Power Rangers Time Force?
Silverthorne, listen to me. You have got to understand that by stealing the time gate, you've caused history to change.
Weapons are on the supply ships, manager. Launch will be in an hour.
What you're going to do changes history. Before, only the Northern Hemisphere was destroyed. Now the entire world dies.
Can you imagine? You're in 1995. You're a teenager that goes to school, go to the shopping mall, have food with friends, and then suddenly you get catapulted into the year 3000, and it's like, well, if you don't fix time, then you're gonna die. Well done. It's just like, how much of did you have to grow up?
There it is. 10 seconds. There'll be a malfunction in the ship's navigation.
Power? Okay, we're looking at Captain Power. Do you think Transformers is what? Yeah, answer that in a second. Maybe it's the girl from tomorrow that we're watching.
I think I'm getting the hang of it now.
Oh, time. See, this is what I would bid on if I was selling one of these props from this one TV show. I love that show so much. Okay, I can remember recently I watched an episode of Doraemon. I think it was the theme tune that was the most noticeable because of how cheesy and 80s music to me was absolutely fantastic. When you're looking for some sort of teleporting that looks similar, no, like it was kind of maybe it was actually, or maybe it's just like they appeared out of nowhere. It's just this show, like it'll probably be like on my deathbed, I'll be like, it's that show, and I'll be like, oh, it's taken me like 10 billion years, like do you think Transformers won? Do you think Transformers won flops via Hasbro? I think Transformers will always stick about. Like, I don't think that will ever die. I feel like as long as people like robots, it will always stick about. What show was I was thinking of a show. Just like one we could see if there's any like trailers. I haven't done this. I kind of like this whole just talking and just watching random things and just giving input as my wrist vibrates with group chats. What was I? No, there was another show I was thinking of. No, I do not want to message. Yeah, I think I am going to really do a massive in-depth dive on this on The Girl from Tomorrow. Oh, okay, we're not gonna watch it because she's crying. It's Catherine Cullen, who played Alana from the 90s show. Okay, I'm curious.
My thoughts
I'm curious
can
on
be
this
very
one.
loud, and when they get overwhelming, nothing.
Okay, we're not doxing, are we? Oh, okay, so there's nothing there. Please don't say she's like. Oh, okay, so that's not really major. Like I'm trying to think of old stuff, like old TV shows that I used to check back in the day. Okay, no, okay, Captain Power. That's what we want to look at. That's one. Captain Power. No, wait, hang on. Could it be Captain Power that I watched as a kid?
Power on.
This
Captain
looks more
Power
like it.
and the soldiers of the future. Earth 2147. The legacy of the Metal Wars, when man fought machine and machines won. Biodreads, monstrous
Oh, look
creations
at that. Fucking look at that.
that hunt down human survivors and digitize them.
This looks more like it.
Volcania, center of the Biodread Empire. Stronghold.
If they have a cat like a
fortress of
cafeteria,
Lord Dread,
like a cafe.
feared ruler of this new
I don't know if it
order.
was.
But from the fires of the Metal Wars arose a new breed of warrior, born and trained to bring down Lord Dread and his Biodread Empire. They were soldiers of the future, mankind's last hope. Their leader, Captain Jonathan Power, master of the incredible power suits which transform each soldier into a one-man
I don't
attack
know. This
force.
is. I've not seen this.
Major Matthew Hawk Masterson, fighter in the
There's
sky.
that Power Ranger in
Lieutenant
space
Michael
logo.
J. Gillis,
No.
ground assault unit. Sergeant Robert Scout Baker, espionage and communications. And Corporal Jennifer, pilot chase, tactical systems expert. Together
Man,
they
look at all
form the
that.
most powerful fighting force in Earth's history. Their creed, to protect all life.
Oh,
Their
look at that
promise
Power
to
Ranger.
end Lord Dread's
Power
rule.
Ranger.
Their name, Captain Power and the soldiers of the future.
Maybe it was right. Maybe. Okay, yeah, let's have. It's such. Oh, why am I? AI enhanced. I can remember get the powers feature on episode. Okay.
Power on.
Maybe.
Dread, no.
Afraid.
No, I don't think
Now
it
let's
is.
save our-
I just don't like the AI.
Pilot,
No, I don't think it was Captain Power. Okay, hang on. Captain N, if everyone remembers that. I hope we don't get copyright struck in this video. This was fantastic.
Welcome to Videoland.
I used to love this.
Wake up, Kiddicorus.
Welcome to Castle D.
Yeah, like they had so much fun back in the day. Like, if they redid this, I just imagine it's like, Mother Brain's gonna get you, motherfucker!
Princess, the palace is under siege.
Behold, the
This is
ultimate
such a
warp
fun
zone.
series.
Kevin, I thought I told you to clean up your room.
That's like nothing there. Like nothing Captain, it was shown at TVAM at the time. I got into it a little bit when it was on, and that was it. I just love the fact that this house is like really the walls aren't that thick.
Captain N, the game man.
And like every single character, like every single series like this, it'd be like
Looks like the ultimate warp brought us the ultimate win.
they always have a thing for the beautiful princess. Okay, and Link, because that was the one I remember. The quest for the crazy.
I can see you.
So, excuse me, princess. Beefy ears. Like, I remember watching German dub. I remember Link was constantly. Link was constantly apologizing to her, and she would never forgive him. I kind of maybe that was the thing. Maybe it might be in the German one. Oh, hang on. What are the shows? Okay. Captain Planet. The Super Mario show I remember a lot.
Is a smashing tool for employee engagement.
Sonic
Say hi to
the
Bob,
Hedgehog
the modern
original. I always thought that could you do that sort of thing, where it's like, oh, fire would just turn it to liquid. You'll regret this, Planeteers!
You'll pay for this, Captain.
Like, I always wanted the rings. Captain Planet. What's Wipe Swap? What was it called? Oh, come time with me. I think it's the Bad Loser one. Yeah, it's this guy, Sore Loser.
Place.
I absolutely love it. So if you don't know what Come Dine With Me is, it's basically over the course of like 4 days, you have like a group of people that will come along and what was it? Yeah, they'll come along and cook a meal, and then they score each other points, and then like, oh, like this cake's too dry, or the meal wasn't great, it could have used more gravy, it could be more succulent or whatever, and that's the entire premise of the show. And then they get like a grand at the end. And I think I have seen this episode once, but I saw this clip and I think it's so funny.
This place is me.
Why are you shaking your head at me?
You won, Jane.
You won, Jane.
Oh my god.
Enjoy the money. I hope it makes you very happy. Dear Lord, what a sad little life, Jane. You ruined my night completely so you could have the money, but I hope now you spend it on getting some lessons in grace and decorum, because you have all the grace of a reversing dump truck without any tyres on. Well, you wouldn't, let's be honest. There's nobody in there, love. So, Jane...
Also, look at that.
So, Jane, take your...
Where is it? He's just looking at the camera like, I'm cracking that joke.
So, Jane, take your money and get off my property.
Get the fuck out of my house.
So,
Well done, Jane.
I love it. I love it. It's like, get out my property, don't ever come back. And it's like, congratulations, Jane. I love that that tension. Oh, and this guy's like, I just don't give a shit. I love it. Okay, Mona the Vampire. Let's have a look. Mona the Vampire. Oh man, I really enjoyed it. Oh yeah, I remember this actually. I never watched it. I was never into this sort of animation because it reminds me of like Horror Henry. Oh, it's just giving me an idea for another video we can check out. Like this, I think would irritate me after a while. Like, I'd imagine it being something like in like Horror Henry type areas. But then it'd be like, oh, I don't like to hurt people, but I like going on mysteries. Oh, I've got another story to tell in a bit. I remember saying, "Show us your pants, show us your pants." Check the mail, there's a ghoul and a mom is loose at school. Show us your face. Just have salt just kill the other demon. Show us your face. Okay, yeah, I can hear it. Yay, Mona. Show us your face. Yay, Mona. Here's a nice normal girl in an extraordinary world. Mona the Vampire. You know, there's an extended version of that song.
Supercharge your...
Oh, okay, right. So there's quite a few songs that I can remember. Okay. What is that? What is the song? What was it? I can't remember. It was something like they go on dream adventures. Ventures with a dog. It's not Spot the Dog. Oh, Potsworth and Co. Potsworth and Co. Oh, see, I guarantee you, my entire mind will not be able to remember like how to do taxes, how to do like random stuff, but Potsworth and Co. 80s, 90s cartoons. Oh, they lived all together. Straight to bed. See, on the same wavelength. All these bones. I love American. Oh, okay, Midnight Patrol. Zeo is my all-time favorite series. 100% Zeo is always my favorite. If we control our thoughts, we won't be lost in here. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to turn the lights out. All the voices they have. Okay, this is one that always gets people. Pull Bears. Absolutely love this as a kid.
Deep in the forest, far away from everywhere. With a bunch of
No one
mighty little critters.
remembers
They're
this
called the
until you say
Paw
there's
Bears.
totems.
These are brave and fearless
Everybody
pawpaws,
is
as everyone well knows. When you get in trouble and this goes double, you call the Paw Bears.
This is the only thing that people remember. Like, it's just that.
Bears, Paw Bears. These Paw pawpaws pop up all around like magic. They're there. The troubles that you thought you
I
had
can remember
have
this.
vanished in the air.
I think I had a
So
dream
don't
about
forget
this one.
those
It's like a
pawpaws.
nightmare.
They'll come
that
from everywhere.
The
If you
toadpole
get
was
in trouble,
chasing me
and
at
this
some point.
goes double, you call the pawpaw bears.
I always thought this heart thing was a jammy dodger. Like this was like a Megazord. Like, it would walk. It was like a massive Megazord. Sprats. Okay, I think is that. Yes. This is going down. I don't really want to watch it all the time, but I recently opened YouTube. It's only lasted one season. I wish they made more. I also wish that they made more episodes. They focus on Kiko. That sounds a bit like Hello Tosh, got a Toshiba. I love it.
Remember, son, be the wheelbarrow.
Take summer seriously.
Sold
away with 3 for £7 on picnic
Hang on.
and
Cassandra, do you have any things that you used to watch as well? We might as well go for like another 10, 15 minutes. Is there anything that we can react to on stream? 'Cause I haven't done one of these like react streams before. So if there's something you want us to react to, do it.
Belly bites and everything you need for winning days out.
So I watched Sprats. It was one of those things that I just remembered the other day, like a while ago, and I just watched like the first episode.
There is a video cassette of Danger Mouse available in selected...
Oh, do you remember the video collection? Oh, hang on. The video collection intro. Oh, Arrow's really cool. I love it. Right, this, if you're in the UK, this will bring back memories. I remember that so much. I didn't. Okay. Like I remember they actually had like they gave these tapes away, which just had the intros on them, and that was it. Like I remember this. Oh man. Legends of Tomorrow is fantastic. That intro music. I had some Thomas the Tank Engine tapes from the video collection. Didn't see that. Was they never had this sort of thing on there?
At stores, it's priced at £7.99.
£7.99.
Happy New Year!
Everyone in the 90s
Saturday
had
and every
puppets.
Saturday for Motormouth 91. Yeah, as well as the mousetrap you all know and love, we've got a super duper new celebrity mousetrap! And we've got some smashing new cartoons coming up.
And all the pop stars you've ever wanted to see on Motormouth, they're queuing up outside to get in and they'll be here. So that's Motormouth this Saturday at 9:25.
Yeah, don't miss it, and don't miss what's coming up next afternoon. We've got a brand new series of that fast-talking burger bar comedy, Spats! It's amazing!
I want to know where they keep all these puppets. They just bend them. Or they're in like the ITV hub.
Here's a way of bringing the countryside into your home. And there are hundreds of other ideas in the country look.
Oh man,
with easy to follow
they didn't just go,
step-by-step
hey, let's just put the first episode of
Week by
Spats
week,
on.
it shows you how to use colours and patterns,
Let's
how to
make
pretty things up with
all
paint,
of this.
how to display things you've collected, and how to make things that will give you
There's
new Cheeto.
a new rain.
Oh, like, every single like male, every single male voice in an advert all sounded the same.
Use future masterpieces in the series, so you can hear how the great composers builds into a balance.
Chili and so quick, this hombre of yours is it? The food. I miss a good bowl of chili. What is
That's
this?
really
Spicy chicken chili
home
sauce?
price.
Where you get this?
From a little man I know who has the recipe.
Home prices.
The man from
Being
Home Price.
ridiculous.
Only
Is
he
it
has
low-key
facility blended
racist? I don't
spices.
know.
So I can make genuine Mexican chili the way you like it.
Delicious. It's perfect. Chili and so quick, this hombre of yours is a genius. Come, play the music. I am a happy man again.
Is that the guy who does
range of mild, medium, and hot mixing.
Yeah.
Yes, madam.
Sainsbury's.
Oh,
we made our
we've
money.
been watching old school adverts.
Hey,
Now we've got normal
Sainsbury's,
adverts.
explain it, will you?
Well, the same effort we put into our baking
Goes into matching prices.
Remarkable. We've actually come in under budget.
Get it now?
Already got it.
Sainsbury's. Good
Sainsbury's,
food for
not
all of us.
Okay. Play a bit of Sprout.
Next to Williams here, please.
Yes, darling, yes. Could I have a mega spats with large fries, a cheeseburger with small fries, 2 apple pies, a coffee and a Coca-Cola, please?
Oh, that sounds like thing. Gotta get them really made quick.
Hey, come, stand back, everyone. Don't get trampled in the rush.
Great.
Morning.
Oh, it talks as well as it whistles.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh, 3 cheese maxis, 2 ocean spats, 1 rooster.
So there I was, grooving the night away at Stringfellows. Madonna on one side, Michael Jackson on the other. Wait, Jacko, says me. Careful, man, you are moonwalking all over my new LA gear.
God.
Big chums with a glitz at our tie, then, eh?
Seeing all this sort of stuff really is weird.
Man. Pop.
What's his name?
Gary Lineker.
That's him. Were to walk through the doors of Spats at 12:30 on Friday morning, it would be a major career move for you. Can I consider it done? Good. What a guy.
I don't think I can do it. No, straight away. You gotta get like celebrity.
The 500 T-shirts with Harry Spinnaker's face. I won to Miss. Oh,
Do they get Gary Lineker?
who do you think the Cookie Monster?
Just about covers Gary's fee, which he's asked me to donate.
Sympathetic. They don't need me. They can lose on their own.
Oh damn! They did get Gary Lineker in.
What can they do? Lose well on their own.
They're so funny, man. I'm telling you.
Who is this fella? I've absolutely no idea, Gary, but I'll get him off your back. Hey, Dexter, look who's just pulled up outside in their limo. It's Michael Jackson.
Excuse me, Nick Gary.
Damn. Okay, damn. I'm getting mesmerized by Sprat. Okay, I do remember channel. Okay, I had anything, but I do remember the channel 5, the company, not the channel. I love Scully the dog. Didn't watch him. Scully the dog. Okay. Okay, so it's obviously CITV.
They're coming straight in. Trust me. I've got...
And Bugs Bunny will be friends and friends. Sorry, get my teeth fitted in a minute. He'll be back next week.
He's such a jolly character, isn't he? Now we've got the winner of the Owl TV competition.
It's so weird how all these sorts of shows that they don't exist anymore.
Oh, sorry. The question was, what was the most common owl in Great Britain? And the answer was the
And like none of this is saved. Well, obviously it's on YouTube, but like I reckon that puppet would have been destroyed. But I was in Germany, but I watched him on YouTube and thought he was cool. I wonder why. I'm guessing that it's trends because you had like Otis the Aardvark, and he was the coolest thing. Like I really liked Otis the Aardvark. He was like cool.
Okay, Otis. Yeah, go on and hit me with baby kicks. Tell it like it is, Mrs. Ann Robinson. Okay, Otis. Yeah, go on and hit me with baby kicks.
Yeah, like, I like Otis a lot. He was really cool.
Greetings, Ghost. Double Otis, James Bond here. And do the catchphrase.
Remember.
Watch it. Oh, watch out. It's very good. Where are we now? Is it? Oh,
I wonder what they do with all this stuff at the end. A British anime. Oh, Scally. Oh, not Scully. Scally the dog. Scally the dog. Okay. Yeah, okay. I just spoke. I just discovered there was a British anime called Rainbow Magic. Okay, let's look at Rainbow. Rainbow Magic. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Oh, is it? Okay. Meet the fairies. Let's have a look.
On the other side of the rainbow live the Rainbow Magic Fairies.
Is it? I wouldn't say this
where
is
they have
I'd
lots
say
of
it's animation.
exciting and enchanting adventures.
Yeah, this is pretty much like every...
Will Rachel and Kirsty be able to
Am I
help
looking
Belle?
at the right one then? Okay, no, you're right. Sorry.
have here? A rainbow fairy reunion?
Okay, yeah, it's anime.
My invitation must have got lost in the mail.
Leave us alone, Jack.
Why?
Oh,
So you can go back
hear
to
the
Fairyland
normal
and
British voice
spoil it
actors.
by making it all cheery.
Light. Not only does she still believe in fairies, she's afraid of the dark.
Oh no, cheeky British bullying. She said she didn't like this because of this. Ah, everyone laugh at her.
It was good seeing Ruby again.
Oh, that was it. I was gonna tell a funny story.
Her place, Rachel, and it doesn't seem like a very fun place to be. Angela!
That's okay. I didn't realize that was on. 5 children. Okay, I'll tell this story. So, I think it's this one.
This season. Possible, not you.
Okay, it has to be. Right, I think is it this one?
I am a Samian
Okay,
Crustacea.
so
I thought fairies had little ballet dresses, and wings, and wands.
What on earth have
okay,
you
so
been
you're probably
reading?
gonna see it.
Uncle, you
Okay, so oh no, go back. Right, so
Fairy wings and wands.
What on earth have you been reading?
this girl here, right? This girl here.
Uncle, you Sandy.
So around about 10-ish years ago, she came. She was some person I knew's friend, and one of my best friends was visiting at the time, and we were like, oh, we should all go out and go drinking. So we did. Like, obviously, university, you're in the drinking culture and stuff like that. And we were in like a Weatherspoons, and she acted so weird. Like, she was coming on to my friend constantly. And like he said at the very beginning multiple times, oh, and I've got a girlfriend, like, so I'm not going to do anything. And she kept trying it on. Like, she kept turning around and saying like, oh, I'll take you to the bathroom and I'll go down on you. And he was like, I've got a girlfriend. No. And then she massively freaked out. And like me and my friend were like, yeah, we're gonna go. And that was it. Like, she was so weird. And then she kept saying like, me and my friend were really weird when we weren't. We were like, we just want to drink and we don't want any drama. I vaguely remember it. But yeah, the 5 Children and It was one of those shows. All BBC shows that had this sort of thing here. Like, there's probably more I can't really tell on YouTube. But yeah, she was really, really crazy. I don't know what happened to her, but that, like, yeah, she would stand up and like she would like start doing this and dancing. And then when we tried speaking to her at some point, like I think she started screaming like ah type thing. And we were like, yeah, we're out.
Sleep, bless him.
It was such a weird
Jay?
one.
Cyril?
Crikey, the wish has come off.
Crikey, the wish has come off.
Hooray!
Hooray!
How do I look?
Well, I liked you better before. You all look like Christmas cards. Silly Christmas cards.
I might try and soundbite that one. It just sounds how we're gonna like it, so I can come back to it later. I just love the way it just says you all look like Christmas cards, silly.
Oh no! The lamb!
Go on then. What happens?
Oh, they don't know each other.
Go on!
Stand me out. This 5 Children is such a weird show.
How's your 12th top left whisker this morning?
Nothing to boast of. It had rather a restless night.
I wonder what they did with all this as well. Like, do they just bin it? Yeah, unfortunately, a copy of the British dub is poor quality. Oh man, like there's so much cool stuff. Oh, okay. What? There's another. I'm trying to. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of other ones that I used to watch when I was younger. Obviously, oh no, I can't really show Thundercats because that'll get like kind of age gated. Not age gated, like copyright struck. I don't know what else. I'm completely and utterly like, huh. Anyway, maybe that's a very good point. Let's do 15 minutes. Let's do 15 minutes. 5 children in it. Oh, okay. I was going to say it noise. This was a weird one. Let's just go. No. I always thought she was a lot older.
Come along,
That rabbit's not
Harmony.
freaking out.
Rob, why can't we have decent food like treacle tart and ice cream? Because some of us want to have good complexions and not end up with spotty, blotchy faces and rancid
Where did
breath. Well, it's a bit late in your case to worry about it then, isn't it?
typical thing? Yeah, this was another
Tell
one that I
her to
thought
try
of.
and be a bit more sophisticated.
You asked me for a carrot today, Harmony, so you must like healthy food. Please don't antagonize your sister. Try and be a bit different.
I don't want to be different. I wish I could trade them in. I wish... Wait a minute.
I have the 50p. The Queen's know.
I can trade them in. What do you think? Good idea? Yes, I knew you would.
Harmony,
Ben, what do you want, midget?
nothing. I just came to look at you. Oh, look at him, all skin and bone. Here, have a nice lard sandwich. I just made some.
Oh, lard sandwich. Oh, like.
Thanks. I've got to go home and have some tea soon.
Too much washing, that's his trouble. Look at me, son, I haven't washed in 6 weeks and I'm fit as a walrus.
Yeah, you smell that one, I know.
You old cheeky.
That's enough. I'm fed up with all of you. Oh. I want you to stop all this and get back to what?
Man, this was such a weird show. Like, hang on. I wonder who came up with all these ideas for these like sorts of TV shows. Oh man, seeing CITV.
Don't forget, at 25 this afternoon, it's a brand new series of Rolf's Cartoon
We're
Oh.
coming out right now. Strap on your dilithium crystal converters. It's a new series of Mike and Andrew.
That's illogical.
That's a terrible pun, that is. I'm leaving.
He came from another dimension, from a different universe beyond infinity,
it did
and
for a
he
little bit.
fell
I
to
remember
Earth
one
with a
episode
bump.
where he got
Into
like,
Mike King's wardrobe.
turn the house into like a
It's
fun,
not easy stepping
house.
out into an alien world where anything can happen.
I don't remember this though.
But who is the mysterious stranger?
Oh yes, it's season 1, episode 1.
Right.
I remember all this.
You're American, aren't you? I've been to America. I went to Disneyland when I was 3. When was it, lad?
Biggest flex. When I was 3, I went to Disney World.
Last year. Silly, I'm 12.
Oh, Michael's 12 too. Michael, start taking that stuff up to your room.
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me!
Me? Hurt you?
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Oh, don't hurt me! Oh, don't hurt me!
You know, just there's the line so that they could film both of them.
Why are you doing that?
What? What am I doing? What?
Who you think of inviting? You don't know anyone.
I know you, Mike.
I'm sure they changed the actor to him later on. I used to watch the SSVC. when I was in SSVC. Guessing is this?
Daffodils. So we're feeling quite in. Go 43, and I won't read out those. Lead to Susan. Lots to see a photo of them. Don't. Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that.
Please wish our son.
Okay, on their children's block, child viewers would send them loads of ninja. Oh, so it's this. Okay, yeah. So, Nico brought my message. I thought Michelangelo. I said Michelangelo, and I thought it meant, oh, can you imagine? It's Michelangelo, and you're like, yes, turtles. Oh no, it's just disappointment. Oh, what was? There's other shows that I watched when I was a kid. Oh, children, yeah, SSVC. There was stuff that I watched when I was a kid. Okay. This through Dragon's Eye. I haven't seen this for ages. This was played in schools on VHS. Like, this is what you wanted to watch when you were a kid.
Scott. And you will see.
And it was about this thing here.
Doris, Boris, and Morris.
Yeah, I used to watch this.
What's that book? The dusty one.
The Book of the Vita Core.
Vita Core.
It tells how to care for the Vita Core and keep it safe.
There's such a, like, through the dragon's eye.
Is this still an
you will lie.
Yes. Now the pool.
Yeah, the Vita Core blows up because of something.
Exploded.
And then there's a song.
The Vita Core is everything. Withered, died. The life force is leaving.
You gotta like learn how to spell.
Important work to do.
Yeah, the Vita Core, and then they had this sludge monster that would come up at some point, and yeah. You can't go home, kids, until you put the Vita Core
You
together.
have nothing under control. Let me speak.
I always thought that she was the bit of a bitch out of all of them. He was like I just want to have fun, and he didn't give a shit. And then this girl was just like, all right.
We must get the Vita Core together again, quickly.
Can you imagine? This dragon's like, oh, you got to get the Vita Core. Like, the kid's like, no, I'm out. And they just go back on the waterfall.
No,
Fuck off home.
thing there is dead. We know.
Like, can you imagine?
Yes, how? You don't know what all those squiggly lines and dots mean, do you? She's making it up.
You can't read, basically.
Gorwin, thank goodness. I'm sorry I'm late. I flew over the Great West Lake. It's awful. Everything there is dead.
In school, everything's dead. What? Thanks, kid. thanks, like rat thing. That's fantastic. Oh, what else did I used to watch? Oh, okay, hang on. Space Precinct. This was the Thunderbird. Yeah, Gene. No, it wasn't. The guy who did Thunderbirds, who created Thunderbirds.
Brogan, Lieutenant Brogan. For 20 years, I was with the NYPD.
Whackaday. Okay, hang on.
Well, let's just
Whackaday. I remember that.
Patrick, he's...
We'll finish this later.
Though in her own royal...
Biggest black crystal smuggler.
Okay, that's not gonna work. I used to watch Space Precinct. I'm gonna watch it again
Nobody knows
sometime.
what he looks like. He changes his face, his office.
Whackaday with Timmy Mallet.
Can't ID him, we can't arrest him.
Well, I can help.
He's still about. He's still about. New of Space Precinct. I watched a few episodes when it was on BBC Two.
Round two on. Mallet, round two. Our two contestants here are...
Nicola Lyons, I'm 8'11" and I like swimming.
hang on. It's just like, okay, it's you mics it out. It's just like literally. I really wish Timmy would say this.
So our two contestants here are.
Nicola Live, I'm 11 and I like swimming.
And.
Doesn't who are you when it's just like.
Entire, I'm 12 and I like football.
Okay, well, whoever wins this one, of course, goes to the big final, gets a chance to win the Hit 6 LP. Okay, here's the mallet, and don't forget it's a word association game. Mustn't pause, mustn't hesitate, bashing ahead like this, or like this. One with the most bruises loses. Look at each other, go bleh. Look at them and go bleh. Look back and go bleh. Good, and the word is fish.
Sea. Water. Wind.
Too long to think about it. There's your hit. Sausage.
Meat.
Could you? You obviously know that these two aren't really kind of sociable or whatever, and then suddenly it's like you've got to say, you know, you're not allowed to say fish, or you got to say words to do with fish, and then if you take too long, I hit you. But the fact is, he's so close in his face, like literally, if someone was that close to me, I wouldn't be able to think when it's like, oh, sausage. What am I going to say?
River.
Like, look, he's so close. And it's like when you're at a bar or something and some guy that you don't want to talk to just comes out of nowhere and starts telling you his life stories. And you're like, I don't want to know.
Pond. Lake.
Nope. Just like, delicious.
Yummy.
But he's like so weird. Like,
Horrible. Disgusting.
Saucepan. Oh no! Can't think of a word for saucepan.
I didn't hear it.
Hang on, I didn't hear that. That's better. Button.
Cardigan.
Shirt.
Like, okay, so you've got a word, and it's like you say quantum mechanics, and yet you can't say anything in it whatsoever.
Ridiculous.
Your face, Timmy.
What's the matter with you? Come on, it's easy. Right.
No, Timmy, it's not. In fact, you sit on this chair, and we'll do the exact same thing to you.
Nose. Time is up. Let's check those scores. Right, you got, I think you got 3, and you got 4.
It's like, in the gallery, okay, yeah. The Peter's got 4, the other guy got 5. Yeah. To say that to me, we weren't giving a shit. We didn't give a shit.
Or didn't you? So you're going to get the plaster. Where would you like your plaster? No. On your nose. Right there, okay.
I remember this.
Wave your nose up and down. Fantastic. And we see you bet later on for the final, okay? Chance to win that Hit 6 LP. Right, now it's time...
Did he actually get the 6 LP? Wackaday intro, okay. I can't. The Tomorrow People. We were looking. Oh, put it back on. I was actually looking at the Tomorrow People. We were playing that earlier in the stream. Oh man, so bad transfer. Tomorrow People. Yeah, this is what we were looking at like earlier. Like, so one of my things is like I have a very vivid like remembrance of this. May I suggest the Timmy Mallet music? Okay, we'll do it in a second.
You sound like a travel brochure. Hey, listen, there was a funny thing today. Well, there's a kid in my class called Robert.
Oh, yeah?
Well, he did a painting. He called it Change of Weather on Rexall 4.
So
that's just what it was.
Do stop trying to involve me in your fantasies.
You involved yourself. You are a telepath. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You just got to face up to a telepath.
He slipped
but
on.
John's a person, but he's not ordinary.
He slipped on
well, he's
his
like
line.
you and me, another telepath.
Do stop trying to involve me in your fantasies.
You involved yourself. You are a telepath. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You just got to face up to it.
Do stop trying to involve me in your fantasies.
You involved yourself. You are a telepath. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You just got to face.
Will be all right when she.
I love it.
Push her too hard, Stephen.
It's weird how it's.
At King's Bentley Comprehensive School. Fights among the pupils. The police had to be called.
I wonder if that's just a coincidence.
I think not. It correlates with another incident in Wales. A priest has exorcised a similar painting.
What?
Exorcised. Exorcism, a ceremony to cast out devils.
Bell, book and candle and all that? You must be joking.
We're not in the Dark Ages, Tim.
Nevertheless, he exorcised it.
Okay, hang on. Heavily edited for copyright. It's not really heavily.
Well, today's news story is all about those neo-psychedelics, Doctor and the Medics. Now, when their album came out, they took one look at the cover and went, eh. And they said to their fans, if you look at the cover and you go, eh, as well, then send us the postage and we'll draw you a new picture to stick over your album cover. Very nice offer, you might think. However, the newspaper that printed the story got it slightly wrong and said to their fans, if you don't like your album cover, send the album back and you'll get an entirely new one. So what happened? Doctor and the Medics are now stuck with a pile of 2,000 LPs.
Oh, 2,000 LPs. Like, oh no. Like, what are you going to do? Like, it's so fucking weird.
My guess is they'll have to just go out and get a whole lot of new crayons and stuff. So, if you've got a spare felt tip or some paints, send them in to Doctor and the Medics and I'm sure they'll love you for it. Right, on with the music.
Timmy Mallet is like inciting chaos. Timmy, please don't, please don't say that shit, please.
Some vintage rock from the loud man from Scotland, Rod Stewart and Baby Jane. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, this fabulous mug with Marty. Okay, who gets the mug today? Well, Karen from Port Talbot in West London
kind of really
has
want
written a heartfelt letter today.
I want to know if you wrote to these like people still and be like, hey, can I have it? Would they just be like, oh yeah, we got like 10,000 mugs?
And she says, dear mug, Marty thing. Okay, I've been going out with James for a week now. Crumbs, that's a long time.
Oh God. By the time they got that, they broke up.
And I know what I feel is true love. Now, my best friend fixed me up with him, and I'd like to thank her. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Please play Peter Cetera, Glory of Love for us, because it reminds me of a very special night. And tell James I love him more than anything in the world.
Dear Timmy, my friend set me up. We had sex last night, and I needed to tell you in a letter so you could get this on TV. Thank you very much. And now the entire whole place knows that we just had sex.
Well, I prefer the mug, but he comes a close second. All right, here's Peter Cetera.
And he knows it. He's like, oh God, oh God.
With the glory of love, the glory of mug.
Like, that's absolutely perfect. Perfect. Oh, Music Box is awesome. I wish I could have watched it. I watched it at this time, at the time, but I was 2. But the time someone called Martin was supposed to be presenting, but he was off for whatever reason. Timmy telepathically talking over him. Timmy said to have done a music box called the Maggot, but there doesn't seem to be any surviving footage of the Maggot. God damn! I wonder if he has it like at his house or something. Okay, American. It's just... Okay, is this the 1992 version? Fucking hell.
Come on, let's get off. Stop! Come on!
Look at that Super Soaker. Like, no, sorry, right. No, I'm calling, like, so, okay, so they're on the bus. Looks like my ex.
No! Come on!
So they don't want to look. Right, so they get off the bus. And so they just run into someone's garden. because they would have seen. And the bus is gone. Like, no. I'm calling bullshit on that one. Like, they would have slammed the gate. Do they just jump over the gate? Don't look at the camera.
Yes, we made it!
Oh no, rabid dog. Bollocks. There's no way that gate was open if that dog was in there.
Me? Well, no.
The ones with
are real. I've had enough.
Go to the
I'm
base.
looking for a Colonel Masters. I'm
Oh,
Colonel
I go from Star Wars
Masters.
in Casualty.
USSIA.
Yeah, the British one's like so much better. Did they just get?
Well,
Do you just have two
they don't
guys?
give the Nobel Prize to the laboratory rats.
Like,
Look, I'm not a rat, and I want to be as rich and famous as you, or I won't do it.
Okay, we'll both be rich and famous.
We'll be going now.
Get him. The bus!
they easily could have done that. The bus stops. There we go. I've enjoyed hanging with you, but unfortunately it's 90 minutes past. That's fine. It is mid. Can't even say. It is past midnight. I think I'm going to end the stream. But no, thank you very much for hanging, Sushi. Thank you very much as well, Kurasandra as well. Thank you very much. And I'm thank you for being subscribed as well. I'm hoping you like the content, even though it's like Lightning Collection stuff at the moment and random stuff. But no, thank you very much for joining. It's been an absolute pleasure. I think we're going to end the stream there. I actually probably want to do more of these. I actually really enjoyed it, like just reacting. But I think I'll think of things to do so we can react to different stuff, because I don't know if this is going to get slapped down. But no, thank you very much, and thank you very much for everyone joining. Yeah, the tomorrow people. So yeah, thank you very much, and I will catch you all very, very soon. And yeah, see you very shortly.